Sunday ship. Anyway, so there should be a server up. You should be able to join. I've got all the data here. I have somebody called Info, and sadly I have somebody called Unknown. And that might mean that you're not friends with the server. But please do name your spaceship. Well, if you're not friends, that's my issue. If you're not friends with the server, I think it can't look your name up. I think that's part of the Steam back end.
Who is the server?
It's not a person. It'd be awkward. It doesn't matter. You're not friends with the account running the server. Called info@projectorgames.net. And it doesn't have friends for this very reason. But please do name your spaceship with slash. No, because you what? No, you missed the point. You're not friends with it, therefore there's a bug. Therefore I need to fix the bug, not become friends with it. Like, I can't ship the game and say, to play this game, you have to become friends with the server.
But we want more friends.
You might. I'll just spawn inside somebody. But please do name your ship with the /name command.
So is this now controller and keyboard dependent, or can it all be done controller?
You can't. Okay, if you use your pad, except for toggles, which you need to use your keyboard. But you can click the right stick in order to look at your toggles. So, have you all named your ships?
No, because I can't get the keyboard to work.
Can't get the keyboard to work. The fuck does that mean?
No, the controller's working, the mouse is working in game, but when I'm pushing / it's doing nothing.
When you're pushing /?
Yes, if I press F1, it does nothing.
I mean, this is 100% a USU. I mean, I'm here to test my game.
Yeah, I know. I'm assuming that something's like it's unselected on the window or something like that, and it's
so
being a tip.
I've already had an error.
Have I joined at all, at least?
Right, so you haven't joined, and now you're telling me you can't press F1?
It's got on the screen, press F1 to start server, F2 to start client.
And have you pressed F1 to start the server?
Yes, F1 doesn't do anything. I'm pressing it now.
You pressed F1 to start a server?
That does nothing, and I press F2 to start client, that does nothing. If I press F7 for performance...
Okay, just stop talking. This is 100% USU. Press Alt F4, send me the log, run it again. I guarantee you're being fucking useless.
Alt F4 and then send you the log. Right, where is the log?
Same place that every log is for every other time you've ever done any other program since the beginning of ever. There.
I'm going to try relaunching the game without pressing anything.
After sending me the log.
Right, I still haven't found the log. This is what I'm saying to you. I'm on local files, move install folder, verify to backup or browse.
What? Dude, read the fucking chat.
Which one?
The Discord chat.
Oh, local love. Okay, yeah, sorry, brain not working.
What do you think I put it? Oh, we have all sorts of errors on the server though. Error length is -1. Error length of what is -1? Oh dear, this looks like a... I've been testing this constantly, and apparently we tried to write out an inventory with a length of -1. But this is why we do testing. Written out from save all ships. May also be that it works
sorry,
second time.
Just to confirm, you want player.txt, don't you?
No, I do not want player.txt. If you send me player.txt, well, go on, send me player.txt, see how far you get with that. Because
I've got player.txt,
no,
player preview.txt.rpg.
No, you don't.
Did voice just go broken for anyone else?
No. Hey, there is no player.txt.
I have been hearing DJs talk for a long time.
Yeah, sorry, my life. Inventory was not.
Sent you a screenshot.
Oh dear me, are you serious? Do you actually use your computer like that? You actually genuinely purposely hide extensions for things?
Have I hid my extensions? How? Bearing in mind, my brain is absolute mush at the moment.
Well, this doesn't matter. This is not how any sensible person with half a fucking brain should ever use a computer.
Brain no worky.
Brain no ever worky, apparently. And it's not a fucking text document. It's a log file. So player.log, please. Alright. I don't know why this is failing. RPG ship data is calling say.
Do you know what? I can't believe that was unchecked.
First thing you do when you install a new computer is to check that. I think what's happening is when you join for the first time, it tries to save your ship and then dies because it's saving it before the inventory is set up.
Oh, bollocks.
Okay, flship.minventory.inventory length equals 1. Error trying to save before inventory. Question mark.
Right, okay. Now I've sent that to you instead of Izzard.
The other thing I'd like to expand is the have the folder extensions. Folder expand to your current folder so you know exactly where you are in the tree rather than having to guess where you are in the tree.
Yeah, otherwise you're just in a folder called logs or something going, which folder's logs?
I usually use WizTree. I don't normally use Windows Explorer for this shit.
WizTree?
Yeah, it's like a file tree extension management program.
Yeah, my favourite one program I like to use for analysis is it Crystal Disk Info? Where it basically tells you the folder size and sort of analysis on it. It's quite useful actually when you're trying to sort of see is there something I can delete. You know.
Did someone try and do something fancy with their ship name? Or was that me?
I just named it, not fancy.
Because I have an array failure here. But I've just got the very, very unhelpful message. Index was outside the bounds of the array. I don't know where, though. All I know was somewhere in this function.
I got an index out of bounds thing too.
I think what it is, I think I tried to set error, this isn't a valid name. Extra equals morons ship. I think if you try and set one that wasn't valid, error.
Index out of range exception at ship name decal-location.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've fixed it. I think what happened is I just tried to set a username, a ship name of blank. Which obviously don't work. That should, but doesn't. So now it will just rename you to morons ship if you try and name yourself blank.
Would you like that tested?
I'd like that log file, to be honest.
I've sent it to you.
No, you haven't. And I don't need to test it because I've just fixed it, but you're not going to get a build because it takes me 2 hours to make a build now.
It says that I've sent it to you. Player.log.
Where?
Direct, not in chat. We're also getting everything in double because for some reason your microphone's picking up everything that everybody else says.
Might be because my speakers were on. But no, you haven't, Jay. I have an error on this line here. But I think some stuff is because you guys are joining and creating new characters. Thank you, Dora. And I think that is causing some horror. I think that's my guess. That's my guess.
Upload failed. What the fuck?
these. Can't apply cargo time modifier. Right. Again, I have, well, you can see how many hours I spend on this game. 8 or 10 hours every day. But I haven't seen any of these. Yeah, okay, we'll hit retry then, Jay.
I have multiple times.
Stick it in the Discord chat then. I mean, I know this is your fault. There's no two ways about it. This is your fault. I don't know what
I've just copied it to desktop and then from desktop.
No, it's your fault that you couldn't press F2. There's no way.
Well, yeah, I know. I've already said that. I restarted the game and pressed F1 and it worked. That's what I said.
Yeah, you did nothing. The game has absolutely.
That's what I said. I don't think the keyboard was bound to the game.
You didn't click on the game.
The game's in full screen. That's what I said. The mouse was mucking about on the screen, not doing.
So you had a different window highlighted.
That's what I'm thinking.
Quite easy to test. You just click on the game. But no, you literally never press a single key.
It should stay focused when it goes full screen, though, shouldn't it?
Oh, sorry. Say that again, Si.
It should still focus when it goes full screen.
Yeah, but if you then click away.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I hadn't clicked away. It had loaded the game.
So are you using multiple screens or one screen?
Multiple screens, which is what I think the issue is.
Yeah, it could be then.
Okay, apparently I've joined the server.
I'm getting lots of errors, but they don't seem to be continual. I think it's just when a new person joins for the first time ever, I think it goes wrong. I'm also a bit concerned it doesn't seem to have synchronized the shops to me. Oh no, there we go. Just as I said that. Big D's halfway in, doesn't actually have anything waiting at it.
I can't remember how to turn debug off.
F11.
Thank you.
So the keys that you'll need to know, well actually the keys you need to know are click the right analog stick and look up, and then click the right analog stick and look down, and then click again to look straight, and that should list you all the keys that you need to know. Left analog stick turns the handbrake off and on, and I notice I can't see my ship damage either.
Right, when I push right stick down, it's making me look in 3 different view modes, either straight ahead, at the ceiling, or at the steering.
That's literally what I just said. You just repeated what I just said. Why are you telling me this?
I thought you said it makes me see other things, but every time I click
up
it,
and down, and then straight. That's literally what I said. What the fuck?
Okay. Sorry, I thought you meant it popped up a thing on the screen to show me my options.
No, I said if you click the stick, it looks up at the toggles, then down at the screens, and then straight. And then you said when I click the stick, it looks up, then down, then straight.
Leave me alone! Stop picking on me.
I was not ready for packets. Does that mean it's died on me?
I'm trying to dock to pick up passengers. Not succeeding.
I'm glad you're succeeding. I think it's like I really think there's an issue that when you join, I think the server may send the data about the new client too soon, and I think that just got everything's knickers in a knot. I'm now rejoining, and so I can see Schalke's name. The server can see your name. See, maybe I just had to wait for the game to look up your name. Yeah, it says loaded 0 ships, but can't find ID 7. Am I waiting for data from the server? I've had 2 RPG player updates. Schalke has no ship. Yeah, I think I need to restart the server. And then a garbage collector just accidentally flew into a docking box. Okay, Shaka has finished loading 1 passenger for...
Oh, it didn't show for me.
Huh? Didn't what?
I exited the game. While I was in, I failed to get any passengers.
Yeah, let me restart the server. Because I'm 85% sure that that is the issue. And if not, then I have a more serious bug. So I am relaunching the server now. And you should, in theory, if you're a friend, be able to right-click join, but otherwise just use the auto-join function. And the server is back up now. Oh, no, I've still got errors. Oh, no. I can't believe how broken this is. It might also be timing, because I've been testing it on a LAN. Yep, the server's dead. Server's not ready to receive more packets. Exception, an item. Oh.
I don't see join game on the Steam right-click menu, by the way.
No.
Are you a friend with server?
No.
On again, off again. Oh, with the server?
Well, who are you trying to right-click join?
You.
I'm not playing the game. Don't matter what Steve says, I'm not playing it. But Schalke is. You should be able to right-click join on Schalke.
Okay.
And that would be good to check, because I've only ever right-click joined
Yes.
the server. Not, well, let's say yes, you're actually in.
Yeah, it works joining Sharkers.
No, you haven't joined yet. I don't think you will.
I got the option though.
Oh, well, that's... Well, yeah, that just... Unfortunately, all that means is that I filled in a piece of text in the description. That doesn't actually mean it's working. But I don't think it will work, because I said the server is currently fuckity.
It was hosed.
I've searching for server join accept.
Dude, don't even talk. What the fuck? I just said the server's broken. Anything you say,
Yes.
I'm going to respond with, the server's broken. I'm trying to work out what that is. And then I will restart the server again. I know it's broken, just... It's broken.
It's nice that you've actually updated Steam with the servers broken as well, actually, for the clients.
Well, yeah.
The clients are awaiting server data. ...
Load. Oh, shh. Yeah, I actually did quite a lot of information. I can remotely debug what's going on with people from that. So, info is driving a taxi carrying nothing. Is joining a server, and Jay and Schalke are awaiting server data. So those two are just totally fucked. Yeah, I don't know why this has died. Well, I do, but I don't know why. Like, I've been playing... I only play it networked, and I've been playing it so much. And it's all been fine.
Adam, is the server the one that was not connecting to mouse without borders as well?
No, that was the streaming rig.
I wonder if you've got a network issue though.
No, that was a physical... No, these aren't network issues.
Oh yeah, you said it was unplugged.
These are real issues. What I'll do is I'll fix this one. Dot contains key unique ID bug error we already had. Else.
Oh yeah, you can fix the server without having to wait for an hour for it to push an update.
No, I can't, because I was purposely running the server on that computer, but I can't do that anymore. So now I'm going to run the server on this computer. So now I am playing it on this computer. So now you can right-click join or F2. Shouldn't make any... He said confidently. But now I'm actually debugging on the machine that I am hosting on.
I like the little updates in your status about starting a server and finalising server start. It's nice.
Yeah, No Man's Sky did a really good job of these. A few games, they go to town on them, and lots of games just go nothing. And I think more games should, because I think it's quite a cool little thing. Okay, so who do we have? So we have 2 spaceships. Could you please type /name and then the name of your spaceship? I'm a little bit concerned. You're apparently both driving a spaceship called. We have one called Conviction and one called Waiting Server. ... So who's Conviction?
I'm Conviction.
Who is Waiting Server? I'm a bit concerned, by the way, that it works fine on this computer and not that one, because they should be the same code base. Who hasn't named their ships? We have Claptrap. That's Big Max.
I'm getting nothing on / so maybe I'll restart.
Max, can you name your ship? This is my ship. Brilliant.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, so from this point on, you should just be able to play the game in the sense that you could be a taxi driver and drive around, pick up taxis, drop off, pick up passengers, drop off passengers, and everything should work.
I still need to invert my joystick. Is that possible?
Again, I have inverted it. I inverted it from the last time you complained, and now you don't like it again.
Oh, I'm being stupid then in that case. How do I may have lost the ability to...
No, like so if you push forwards on the joystick, it will angle downwards. Because it was the other way round, so I changed it. And now you're like, change it again.
Oh, yeah. Why
Could,
am I getting
could you
so
swap that
confused
back for me, please?
If you can't cope, like, did you guys never play games where like a punishment was it just flip the controls
axis.
around? Yeah, like I'm so used to it, it just isn't a thing anymore. But I highly recommend when you start up, you press 1, 2, 3, F5, F6, and then you click the left stick to turn the handbrake off. Oh, and here is Izzard with his coolly named ship Waiting Server. Yeah, definite errors here. When... Oh, hold on. You need to implement this. Oh. Oh, okay. What do I need to implement specifically? It should have printed me a message. Player changed from type to type.
I went to a police car. Is that what generated an error?
It will print out an error, but it should still work. But yeah, that should. I wouldn't. All the other ships, let's say, don't work, but don't. That was just to make sure that you could do. But I'm not worrying about generating lots of different types of ships. I'm just worrying about the taxi experience, shall we say? Yeah, it looks like when you first join, it tries to send you a inventory before you have an inventory. And I realize I've just got inventory and inventory mixed up there in my English. Are you in VR, by the way, Si, or?
No, I'm not.
Brave man.
And I can't seem to get a prompt when I press /.
It should be in the bottom left.
Press enter first.
You have to press enter then /.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's in the good ship. See, that's a bit good. Oh, there we go. Izzard ship. See, that's a useful and helpful debugging for testing. Now, somewhere out here, okay, there's someone. So keep an eye on your. Actually, in the bottom right, is your damage working, or is it just all empty or full? Answer. Question goes to anyone.
I have full health.
Well, everything's green at the moment, but I haven't hit anything or
Well,
been hit by
that's
anything.
good, because when I joined the other server, everything was at 0. So that's good. Every time I play like a test, I want to implement the ATC mode, because I mean, I think that's Jay just flying off into depths of space. It's quite hard to tell.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
When you're typing, disable
Yes.
listening to the keyboard.
It's supposed to. Yeah, I will put
Fine.
that on the Trello. Ignore input when keyboard is visible. Entry is active. There we go. So where's Jay?
So-
Jay just flew off.
I like the
So
engine
if I
sound.
smash into things a couple of times, I should see less than full green at the bottom right, yes?
Yes. Incidentally, you are currently upside down. I'm not sure if you're happy with that. You may
Well,
you may wish
how
to-
can I be upside down when we're in space and there is no down?
Because Starfleet rules is specify a space up so that spaceships don't greet each other upside down, because it would look ridiculous. F5 and F6 turn off the expanse handling and turn on aircraft handling, shall we say. If that rock's got any collision? No, it doesn't. But this space station does, don't worry. And
Oh, I found the other problem.
maybe it doesn't have any collision.
I renamed my ship, but my ship hasn't picked that update up.
Oh, what, in
Seem to be
your...
phasing through everything.
Yeah, it's possible it doesn't have any collision. No, those things don't have any collision, I've just checked. Heavy jump gate 4, no collision. Do you mean, Max, on your readout, does it still say the good ship Lollipop?
No, it says clap clap.
Oh, even though you've renewed it a second time?
Yes.
Have you got the debug display on right now?
Which colour is it?
The massive shit ton of text just covering your entire screen.
The blue, the cyan.
Yellow. Well, yellow. Hold on. Does it actually send you a packet?
I've got cyan, yellow, green, red.
I'm trying to think if I actually send it. World message, vehicle update. So how many RPG ship updates have you had? See, it's the 18th packet type under client.
4.
4. So if you type it, that's interesting. So if you type in /name, a different name, does that then go to 5? And that the server, you say to the server, I'd like to change my name, and then the server should tell everybody you've changed your name. Max Realism has changed their ship name to Max Realism. Have you got an RPG ship update?
No.
Right, okay, so that's fine. Clients aren't being echoed back. Changes a ship. So Max, if you quit and come back in, it will work. I'm 99.9% sure of that. This is what I mean when people say to me, "Hey, you should add in combat or stuff," and I'm much more worried about, does the server send packets back and forwards correctly? I say I've no idea where any of you are. I've lost all of you. You're all around.
I am next to the repairs thing.
What have you got in your inventory? DJ Arcos has 2 passengers. Iz is carrying nothing. Shauk is carrying 2 passengers. Jay is carrying nothing, and Max is apparently not in the game. Ah, yes, he's just.
I am carrying no passengers.
You are carrying 2 passengers.
I got a session error timeout. Retrying.
It should just. Oh, actually, I got a. That's actually seems like I got a connect fail. I think if you try again, it will just work. I don't know.
Okay.
This is using old Steam networking, not new Steam networking. So there, it's. How can I put it? Steam's documentation switches between old and new with almost no segregation. It's really, really difficult to work out what it's talking about sometimes.
I have capacity 0 out of 200.
Well, the server disagrees, so I don't think you're going to do very well when you try and dock. That's very possibly related to Max's bug. But my data rate with U4 is only 1.2 megabytes per minute, so that's pretty good. Ship name decal set to waiting server. Why? Oh, I think. Oh, right. I just spawned a new ship. That's fine. I need to procedurally generate names of ships. So the name of your ship that you've named it is written on the side of your ship, which is quite cool.
Can I see it somehow?
You could fly over to Izzard and say, "Tell me what is written on the side of my ship," and then he could send a screenshot. No, not really. I mean,
You could just believe me.
I could take a screenshot. Oh, what's going on with this ship here?
Oh, I'm in again. Loaded 0 ships but can't find ID 3, loaded 0 ships but can't find ID 7, and so forth.
Yeah, see, I think that's just a timing issue. Because I thought that error isn't constant, it goes away.
Okay.
So I have got a response back from Unity on the decal issue. They're a bit concerned about that, so they are actually actively investigating because decals are a big thing, and I'm like, they don't work. I don't know whose ship I'm following, but it just has the name waiting server. That's a bit rubbish.
What didn't happen with the decals then?
They just disappear. They just disappear, and they shouldn't. They do disappear. Some disappear. All of them disappear. It's awful. But there seems to be no rhyme nor reason whatsoever. So where the hell are you going?
Wow, the kill rot is quite powerful.
Oh, I see. You were coming back. The what's quite powerful, sorry?
It slows down from high rotation speed quite quickly.
What does?
The ship.
What slows the ship down from high rotation quite quickly?
I'm pushing down in order to spin,
Okay.
and then when I push on the handbrake, it slows down within 1 second.
Didn't know the motion brake applied. But, yeah, okay, right. I don't care. What I do care about is where you can trivialize delivery of items. I don't clamp it, that's why. Clamp motion brake force. But yeah, you're best off coasting, by the way. If you just go flat out, you will run out of energy and then fuel. So, Max, Jay, and Izzard, have you found any passengers to pick up yet?
No.
Well,
Too
you
busy.
have.
Also got no-
I'm still trying to get used to the control.
I mean, I saw where you flew off to, Izzard, so I'm going to edit you out
Yeah.
of the question.
I just want to impact something because I've got no impacts detected.
That
Need
just,
something.
yeah, if you put your cursor over something and you're going fast enough and you're close enough, that's what that is.
Smashed myself into the floor and the ceiling several times.
Well, be more gentle.
Is your damage updated then?
I don't know.
Click
Your
the-
hull integrity?
Yeah, if you click the right
It's still
stick,
green.
it's still green, but has
Sorry?
it? Okay, so on your repair thingy, has RCS thrusters, main thrusters, or main computer been damaged at all?
No, they're all
Right.
fully green.
Client's
Well, they're
not-
50% of a bar chart green.
client's
Oh,
not
so they
repairing
have then.
damage. Yeah, so that's not working. That is working for me, but not you, so you can't see it. So that's
It warns me I'm going to crash into the roof just by sort of going up too fast. Whereas if I go down too fast, it's no, it's fine. You can crash into the floor. There's no damage there.
Max, you're saying you've got half of a bar, but it's still green.
are all the bars exactly in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's just you're not being transmitted an update from the server for some reason.
I'm smacking it at the floor. Am I
Yeah,
supposed to be?
The
is that
server, the
counting
server's
some damage?
yeah, the server. You are damaging it. It's just the server isn't
Oh.
telling you what to put on the bar. Oh, hold on. Who's this flying inside a space dock? Oh, that's not a real
Bring it
space dock.
in.
Nothing in there.
This is not fueling station.
No. The fueling station is the thing with repair written on it in massive letters. I don't have anything that says refuel.
I have a question that you're probably going to shout at me at.
Wow, awesome. Let's do it.
When I'm trying to steer this ship, it's continuing to strafe. What am I doing wrong? For example, when I'm lining up with a dock entry, it's continuing to go completely the wrong way.
Is it that you're in space?
You're going too fast to go sideways.
I mean, where are
Right,
you, Jack?
well, yes,
Where are you?
Spaceships.
Where are you? Where are you?
Floating off in the middle of nowhere. I was by HSS something or other. Like, I've put the handbrake on and stuff is still whizzing past me at a rate of knots.
Right. Okay. So the handbrake. So Jay, if you're going in a car quickly and you put the handbrake on, what do you expect to happen?
Depends on the vehicle.
Let's say any vehicle doing 100 miles an hour, because it doesn't matter.
Well, if you did that in a vehicle that had a transaxial handbrake, it'd come to a complete standstill.
No, it wouldn't, would it? It would
Yes, it
pirouette
would.
and spin and put you upside down in a field. Don't.
Well,
use
yeah, but
So therefore, you don't use the handbrake at high speeds. The handbrake is not for high speed. So, Jay, if you look up,
yes.
what toggles you have on?
1, 2, 1 and 2.
Okay, put 3 on as well for me, would you?
That is F4?
That's 3.
Number 3.
F3 puts you into high
Oh,
speed. There you go. Your
okay.
lights just came on. Cool. Okay, now
Yep.
click the stick again and look down on the left. What toggles are on?
On.
On.
The one that looks like it's turned on is F5 is up in the air. No, that's red. And the other one's green. F6?
Right. Put them both on.
Oh.
And
I can't invert them once they've inverted once.
invert. Oh no, press F5 and F6 again. They'll invert. They take
That's
you
on
up.
my screen, they do.
Yeah, unless your main breaker's off.
Ah, my breaker is off.
All right, yeah. So yeah,
I've got no
when
battery.
the battery thing is on, it goes beep 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 beep. You should that point go stop thrusting. Anyway, so Jay is,
I'm not thrusting. You can do it. You can break it. I've broken it.
how are you using power without thrusting?
I don't know, but it's complaining at me. I'm like, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay, so it's
This is damage,
How much
which is not
fuel have you?
reporting.
No, how much fuel have you got?
None.
That'll be why. So probably, you don't have any damage. You probably don't have any
Yeah.
fuel either. So if you quit and rejoin, Max, do you have fuel and damage on a rejoin?
I don't think so. No.
Because I mean, if you're out of fuel, that's it. You're out of fuel. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you're not just out of charge. You're out of fuel. Shauka, I assume that's you, just in front of the big sign that says repairs.
Yeah.
Cool. And if you look above you, you'll see a big petrol station. I'll be very curious to know if this works, because you should get messages saying you have finished your docking maneuver and you have spent 25 things. Yeah, you spent $25 repairing. Okay, Max. Yeah, see, now I'm getting... So you joined, Max. I'm getting errors sending it to you by the looks of it.
It's not showing me the messages, but
Well, you haven't repaired, have you?
yes,
You're nowhere near the repair station. You're miles away from it. You just slammed into it and just span off.
What happens if I do /report?
Nothing. That's a note to self. Yeah, there are two commands. There's /name, which gets changed name, and /help that tells you the only other command is /name. But I've written the framework so I can extend it. Yeah, so Shaka, you pretty much need to be touching the repair thing with in the middle of the A. I haven't spent any time making that look nice yet. I've only done the refueling. So Max, you've rejoined. So have you got your?
I have some energy, some fuel.
You got how much fuel? How much?
2 light red.
No.
things on
How
the
much? It
left.
says at the bottom fuel reserves.
Hold on, let me go down to the bottom. Sorry, where am I looking?
The left-hand screen, very end.
Left-hand screen, no ship.
No ship.
If it's the left of center, yeah.
No ship.
Yes.
Can you send me a screenshot? I'm very confused. I mean, I don't have no ship means. Jacob, what are you doing? Don't drive into the A.
Where I'm supposed to go?
See, you've got like a semicircle. At the semicircle, in the middle, at the bottom. Ah, no ship.
Yeah.
So much red text. Oh, this has been working fine. Ah, you got an NR. Can you try rejoin to see if it's decides it's going to work? Shaka, you are. Yes, you're in the trigger box now. Your ship status should have moved to repairing. Hold on. More notes
This
to
is
me.
not the fuel station.
No, why would you think it's a fuel station? It says repair. Wait, can you not see the fuel station? It's huge.
What is supposed to look like?
Can you send me a screenshot of what you can see? Are you in VR?
No.
Can you show me a picture of what you can see right now? Oh, hold on. Here comes a high speed. Somebody.
Is it the repair station Gamma? Where you drop off passengers?
Just send me a screenshot right now of what you can see. That might help, of course, if you weren't drunkenly aimed down at about 25 degrees. Was that you? Who just did a high-speed fly through?
No, I'm going 15 thingies.
So I'm going to guess Jay then. Oh, Shauki, you do know... Hold on. When you flew into the repair dock, did it not change your status to not stopped? Oh, no, here we go. Shauka is not loading, Shauka is repairing. Shauka is not loading, Shauka is repairing. I thought I fixed.
My status is not loading. Is that the normal flying status?
That just means, yeah, not doing anything of note. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and pop that in. Thought I fixed that one. Oh, right, taking video games is too hard. Maybe I should take it something easier. Shaka, still waiting for that screenshot, man. Though I noticed you've done 180 degrees since I asked you for a screenshot.
When are you adding Blue Danube?
Oh, I can do that, can't I? Is that a homage? Is that old enough to be considered a homage, not a rip-off?
Oh, I think it's a free license, free.
Yeah, but that's what
Elite used to use.
Elite, yeah. So, are you there, Shauka?
Yeah.
Can you stop moving a moment? That's what the handbrake's for. Cool.
Wasn't it in Elite because it was in 2001?
Good point. And can you do a 180-degree rotation around the y-axis? So, do a U-turn, as it were. And can you just send me a screenshot right now? Just what you can see.
Oh, that battery noise goes right through me. Don't like it.
Well, you shouldn't be. That's a bad thing. That's why.
It's not a nice boop noise though. It's like someone stamping repeatedly on a gerbil.
How'd you get the red big P symbol to go off the
This is
screen?
the
by the
old
way?
screenshot.
The
H, that's the brake.
yeah,
That's
or
the motion brake.
click the left stick. So Shaka, press F11 to get rid of all the crap off your screen, and then send me the screenshot
okay.
again. Yeah, click the left stick, Max, or use H for handbrake, whichever you prefer.
Okay, for some reason, I think I've broken that.
Main breaker has to be on. That kind of applies to all things. Basically, if the main breaker's off, your ship's broken. Turn it back on. You're resetting the Frankenstein switch. Waiting for that screenshot from Shaka.
Max, did you have the big P there the whole time, or did it just appear?
You start off with it on, I think.
Yes.
You do? So have you had it on the whole time?
Yes. Also, lack of energy symbol up all the time as well now.
Must have been hard work moving around.
No.
I should put that beeping noise when you try and drive around with the handbrake on.
We should just take the handbrake off. Or, I don't know.
No,
how do you want it to work, I
no,
suppose?
absolutely not. No. It's you've said I want to stop.
Yeah, but in my car, I've got a friction handbrake, so I say I want to put the handbrake on, and then 5 minutes later, or whatever, I'm in traffic, and then I just drive off, and the handbrake comes off automatically.
It's a bit more nuanced. Yeah, it's a bit more nuanced than that, though. Like, it won't do it on a hill, or...
Yes, it will.
No, I mean, okay, there's circumstances where it won't do that.
Now
It's not...
I am seeing the full.
When you're going on a 70 mile an hour, it'll go and come on and off very quickly.
But no, I mean, part of it here is you've said I want to stop. Like, you turn the handbrake on. That means, please align me with the universe. Please slow me to a halt. Please stop all my rotations in all directions. You've said, look, this is totally what I want. It should probably beep at you if you try and fly away. But yeah, click the left stick or press H, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, Max, if I just stop in traffic and put the brake on, then it'll come off by itself when I put my foot down. But there's other times when it doesn't, and it makes me put my foot on the brake pedal before I can release it.
So you guys are going to have to talk me through this.
Sucks.
Sorry, what's a handbrake again?
E-brake.
Yeah, what's that?
It's
If
what
I'm
you
on
pull
a
up
hill,
if you're in an emergency.
I haven't got one.
if I use my handbrake on mine on a hill, it will stay on, obviously.
Yeah.
If I then go to a junction where I need to just put a bit of handbrake on, I just want handbrake for like a few seconds, it will do that automatically. I don't have to touch the handbrake. Okay, you're on a hill, you know what? You're going to need to come off the brake to be able to get onto the accelerator. I'll put the brake
Yeah.
for you.
There's a name for that. Hill assist.
Pointing down a hill.
Hill assist. Yeah. The smart car's got hill assist.
So if you're pointing down a hill and you put the e-brake on, and then or the parking brake, and then put your foot down, does it still just shoot you off down the hill? It's an open question because I can't remember what the circumstances are that it doesn't do it.
I don't have any situations where I'm parking on an incline going downwards.
Shauka, what state is your ship in right now? Left-hand screen, far left screen.
Left-hand screen,
Far left.
not loading. Capacity 0 out of 200.
You're not high enough. See the cables? You want the cables dangling either side of your ship. There we go. Now what state are you in?
Not loading.
Okay. Sending you. I just pop up's picture of you in the repair box. You're in it now. Now you're actually just smacking into the ceiling repeatedly. The last player in the box was apparently DJ Arcus. How much fuel have you got? No, you can't be full. How much fuel have you got? I don't think you're full.
80%.
Why has this been working for me and it's all stopped? The names are broken again. Like Shauka's ship is called Waiting for Server. Not a catchy name.
So are you saying
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was going to say, you say you don't have a parking brake in your car.
No. Well, I've got a parking brake, but that means I'm getting out the car. Don't do anything ever again. That means stop dead. That means wheels do not turn under any circumstances. There's no other concept. If I come to a halt whilst driving, under all circumstances, the car will not move. And if I put my foot on the go pedal, the car will go. There's no... Because I used to have the sort of the automatic handbrake, and then it was just a little switch in my Golf Mark 7. It was bloody awful.
But you've got an e-brake in a Tesla where you press and hold the end of the stalk.
I have found yeah, you have to press and hold it for 4 seconds, and it's buried like 35 pages down in the manual. It's not something anyone knows how to do. Shauka, can I just verify? Can you go forwards about 1 ship length? Just to verify, you did have the handbrake on, right?
Yes, at various points.
You're not in the trigger box right now. Why don't I share my screen? That would probably help. Screen 1. See what I'm looking at. So you're now in the trigger box. You are idiots. As long as you are stopped and your handbrake is on, should be all good. You are sitting inside that trigger box.
Okay. Well, I have still 80% full loading.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bella. I do appreciate this because, as I said, I've tested it and I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is good. We can do. I was expecting the complaints tonight to be stuff like, I'm bored with just delivering passengers. Can we have some more fun stuff in? But that's not what's happened at all. Ironically.
It is boring though.
Thank you. If you don't like the Live for Speed RPG server, you're not going to like this. I wanted a Zen-like fly around and be in a spaceship in VR experience.
I think you should aim for the exact amount of Zen as SnowRunner. That would be perfect.
Yes, I mean, that's why the ship's quite complicated to fly, because obviously there's no difficult terrain. You just want to have to deal with little toggles and switches and play with this and fiddle with these things.
I didn't like the battery low warning, but now, as I said, it's like someone stamping on a gerbil every second. It really is like someone stamping on a gerbil every second. I can't get it out of my head.
It's supposed to be.
Do you now like it?
Yeah, but bear in mind
like
that you're not supposed to ever get into that state. That really is. You are about to break your ship. Stop doing this. It's probably a nasty sound, just one I had lying around, but it's not supposed to be a. It's not a warning your seatbelt is undone. It's your fucking bonnet's open. Watch out.
Yeah.
Shaka, I have no idea. It's the short.
Like leaving the keys in the car. That one. Bing, bing, bing. You've left your keys in the ignition.
but that's just sort of a bing, bing, bing. This is a your wheels falling off.
It's a sound that you had lying around and have sped up about 400%.
No, that's just a high pitched warning.
I don't think I'm doing anything particularly stupid to make it trigger it though.
Okay, how are you flying? Describe how you're flying along.
So I started in the game.
Yeah.
So it's fresh.
Yep.
Nothing changed. I'm
Yep.
hitting.
So you turn all your
1,
toggles
2,
on.
3.
Yep. Then F5 and F6.
Oh, okay. I didn't press F5, F6.
Yeah, otherwise don't make your life difficult. Turn the easy mode on. And then you should
Okay.
see on the right hand side the great big capacitor bar start to fill up. It's also mirrored on your HUD as well.
I've just got 5 waveforms worth of power.
On the left or the right?
You turned the handbrake off, haven't you?
On the right.
On the right. Yeah,
handbrake is
cool.
on at the moment.
But it will fill up though. That will fill up. But when you accelerate away, the thrust will drop. But you're a spaceship. You don't just keep your foot flat to the floor, or you'll end up doing some proportion to the speed of light. So
I'm leaving my handbrake on
no.
because I'm being a dick and it's testing.
Well, okay, but
And
then
what's
you'll just burn through all your fuel. Like that's exactly what I'd expect.
I don't generate any more though.
Okay, but how much fuel have you got?
Now I've got 3
No,
wavy bar things.
No, fuel, not energy. How much fuel? Fuel reserves should say bottom left. Should say your name, how much you've flown,
Mine's on 72%, by the way.
Or does it still say no ship?
Mine still says no ship.
What's different about you?
I don't know. Also, the handbrake's jammed on. If I press handbrake, I still got the big P thing. And I've still got the warning triangle saying turn the power on, even though the main breaker is definitely on.
I wonder if that's because you. I think that's because you have no ship. So I didn't really say. I thought that because that's why I asked you to restart. I thought that had fixed it. So that means you don't have any RPG ship data for some reason. I will make a comment because I'm not saying I can debug that quickly. Network issues don't tend to be ones I just sort of go bibbity bobbity. Hey, I fixed it. It's just all horror.
Oh, the fuel's over there. Oh, okay.
Huh? The fuel's on the left hand screen that says no ship.
So there's a great big sort of capacitor thing on the right. There's a special bar on the side that tells you how much energy you've got.
Oh, wait, hold on. So you've got an orange and a green bar on your HUD. Yeah. Vertical, a horizontal orange and a horizontal green bar.
I mean, everyone could share their screen in Discord.
I'm just going to be a bit small.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not seeing that orange and green. Oh, is that that's the sort of the? Oh, is that number 2?
No, they're empty on yours.
empty.
Okay. I was wondering if your ship had, although you didn't have a ship. Yeah, for some reason you don't have a ship. I'm gonna make a note. Max had no ship and continued to have no ship. Let's see if it's saved out a file for you. RPG and players. So I've got 5 players. So Max, if you quit and rejoin, and I will pay attention to the log. Because you should join and you have a ship assigned to you, like ship number 12 or something. And then I will go, okay, cool. Here are all the details about ship 12. And then from then on, you're driving ship 12. It's all good.
Okay,
Dr. William has left. Save data, okay.
Then when hit F2.
Yeah, join now.
Okay, F2 pressed. There we are. No ship.
Right, hold on. So, welcome, Dr. Listen, to flight number 6. Your total of 1,970 XP. You have 0 credits, and you're flying a taxi called Max. Realism has joined. Queuing a new player of type taxi for Dr. Realism. Right. That I'm going to want to. Oh. Right, so that means you didn't exist, so therefore I have queued you up to become existing. With type, spawning a new player ship. Sending all, here we go, sending all data to client number Steam ID. Then I tried to send you a ship. And one of the ships is knackered, like the data about the ship is knackered. And then it just all falls out. So, Isar, can you quit and rejoin? Can I just see if this is somehow not Max's fault? But basically, I bundle up all of the world data and I say, hello, right, here's the state of the world. Get on with it. But one of the ships has no inventory.
That will possibly be me, but I'm AFK.
No. It's not
Right.
by any means.
I was AFK. I'm back. Right. What's the quit button?
Alt F4. And then I can look at see if that triggers for you. Or just Max. I think it might just be Max. RPG inventory, right, RPG data. So fill ship data. Ship data. I'm hoping it's everyone, because then it's easy. If it's just Max, right? Okay, has left, data saved, okay. For some reason, it does save the data twice when you quit, but I'm you know, it's security. Right now, I have no way to recover from a corrupted piece of data. Izzard has joined. Izzard, welcome Izzard to flight number 1. That's a bug. Yeah, same thing. Okay. So, fill ship data. Okay, if delta dot...
Noted 0 ships, but can't find ID.
Yeah, it's what's happened is I've started to send you the data and then I've just barfed because one of these ships is broken.
Can you see my screen, by the way?
Yes, looks like mine. The text is just totally unreadable. Actually, no, it's kind of readable. I'm almost surprised.
Oh, I'm using that thing where it uses the bandwidth for text instead of...
No, I take it back. It is actually quite readable, which is impressive considering it's only running. It's running on a 1440p portrait monitor.
Yeah.
For ship ID, data.unique ID, data.ship name, because inventory. Right. Can I rebuild the inventory? Right, I'm going to restart the server, and then hopefully, when one of you joins, I should get the error message about which ship has broken, rather than something went wrong.
Should quit?
You should quit, yes, it won't kick you out. Oh, I think actually your client knows, but I haven't bothered to write it in yet. Oh, wow, that broke immediately. Good lord. It looked like somebody just joined before the server was ready. Oh, good job, Jay, you broke it. Oh. Plus game. Yeah, one thing I do want, something I was going to ask Izzard about, because I know he and I agree very much on this, is the satisfaction of the game. Like, a game doesn't have to be challenging or difficult or frustrating or any of those things. It needs to be satisfying. Like, Pressure Washer Simulator is none of those things. It is not a challenging game, it's not a difficult game, but it's super satisfying. And that's something I need to make sure I do. Unfortunately, Jay, you broke it in such a way, I don't know how you did it, but good job. Do it again if you can.
Oh, apparently I crashed into some sort of invisible wall.
You broke the server immediately. You joined when the server wasn't up.
Eh? I haven't left the game. I've literally just...
Yes, this is the problem. You haven't left the game, so when I bring the server back up again, you immediately start sending me data.
No, I haven't touched anything yet.
I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it slowly.
Your game does.
The server
Not you, your game.
Yeah, you aren't sending me data. That would be
right. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. I was going to say I haven't touched pussy. I've literally just come back, but I didn't realise that the game running would do that.
Well,
the game is now no longer running.
No, that's fine. So if...
Although this does sound like a developer issue, not a client issue.
No, because your client is currently sending me data all the time, and
basically being as big an arsehole of me.
No, it just means that you were sending packets. Your client is blindly sending packets to not my IP address, but my Steam. Once the moment I started it up, I get the packets, and it goes.
Oh,
To be fair, Jay, in every other game you've ever played, your client would disconnect at that point and stop trying to talk to
well,
the server.
I get that. Yeah, that's what I did say. It is a developer issue, not a client issue.
Cool. Okay, you should be able to rejoin now, and it almost definitely.
Well, I would, but apparently my game hasn't stopped running because apparently it's having issues.
See, that's it. I've said it was to start the server up, and it's taking a very long time, and sometimes that does seem to be Steam. Like, I think I have to describe it. No, I think actually. So I need to ignore packets from clients that if they arrive too soon, but not from myself. That's what's just happened there.
I shall be back in a moment. I'm going to go and get cake.
Damn it.
What kind of cake is it?
J cake.
So now I want cake.
Is it urinal cake? Because that's the worst. Regarding the satisfaction thing, Adam, if I think back to when I was massively into Elite Dangerous, I really enjoyed flying around and docking with my hostess, and when the muscle memory was in there, and just sort of getting really good at it, so that I could accurately sort of spin round and land at speed and stuff. That was very satisfying.
Yes, I mean that's kind of where this is. Like I've got quite good at judging when to put the brakes on, so the ship just comes to a halt right in the trigger box, right in the middle of the docking area.
Yeah. So what I would like is, and I can see that it's going to take practice, but I just wonder what the learning curve is like. So for Elite, it feels like after an hour of play, you'd be quite adept at that, but I don't feel like you would with this in an hour. But
I'm going to delete.
That maybe that's just.
I'm going to delete all the world data because it's so broken now. Right. Yes, I mean, this is the problem because if Schalke had his way, the learning curve would be 30 or 40 hours. And I need to obviously.
Yeah, he wants a simulation game then. Not
yeah, I
mean, game.
The thing is, in reality. You can join now. In reality, if we had real spaceships, they would not be full sixed-off control. There is no way we would ever allow that. It will be, I'd like to go forwards, and the computer will go, right-ho, you wouldn't have 100 switches with 100 RCS toggles. It would absolutely be, it's like in a real car. You don't have a whole bunch of dials setting the fuel adjustments. It's just a throttle, and the computer does it. So, realistically...
Used to, though.
Nah...
Well, they used to have a low advance and retard,
Yeah, but I mean, I get, but even carburetors were balanced for you. So hopefully, Max, it does not say no ship for you anymore.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes, right, that's good. So I know what happened. I don't know why it happened, but I've got catches in. So one of you, maybe someone joined and quit. Maybe there was a timing issue of some sort. But basically one of the inventories got corrupted. And that broke everything. So that, I mean, Schalke, that might be why you couldn't dock or anything. I have also tweaked that one now. So if you go in there again and it goes wrong, I can see why. Incidentally, your loading speed does go up the more you load, but I haven't put any other RPG elements in. By default, you load passengers at 10 kilograms per second.
FYI, your status is finalising server hosting, and Schalke's is driving a taxi as of now. Yeah, yours still says finalising server hosting.
Oh, it's because I haven't done anything.
And see if it changes.
That's interesting, but I am in a. I mean, if I do something, it probably will.
Hey, let me join anyway.
Yes, you're joining a server. I quite like that. I think more games should do things like that. So I look at my other games. We've got a Tad Forever is playing Borderlands 3. That's it. But somebody here is playing the Legends of Eidolon MMO, and he's on Sol 5 fighting Sandy Potts. That's quite cool. I wonder how he's got 2 lines of text. Let me just grab that. I wonder how that's done. That's what I want. Like that. But that's not what you've got. I've just got your name, and then underneath it doesn't list what the game is. Does that be nice? Because then I can put the word Sneaky Spaceships in. Broken inventory. Exclamation mark.
Just had a random flashback to G-Police.
Oh, yeah, I've got much better draw distance than G-Police.
Huh.
Okay, there goes Is the Third. So I know. Are you trying to play it in simulation mode rather than easy mode?
Yeah.
Why would you do this to yourself?
More realistic.
You're about to slam backwards into a wall.
Well, I'm not in VR, otherwise I'd have looked over my shoulder.
I don't ever play with aero flight and gyro stabilization off. That's just horrible. What's the decal system called? It's called ship name decals. I can find Max.
It's called Max.
No, I can't. We've got waiting for server, waiting for server, waiting for server, waiting for server, and waiting for server. Wait, that's not right. I was just looking at Izzard. He was definitely okay. Yes, there's Max. Oh, the cache name. Okay. Ship name decal cached name. Get the. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. We're going to spy on Max now. Oh, he's flown off. Where'd he go? There he is. That thing you're flying towards is just graphics, by the way. Don't fly in there. There's Nout in there. But if you sidestep left, then there's a real thing. Yeah, I've got quite good at flying this, and it's always very tempting to make it more difficult and more challenging, and that's not necessarily more fun. I also need to tweak the collision a bit because Shakra's bouncing off something he's just not touching. Bouncing off.
I can't load passengers.
Why? I will absolutely tell you why. There's only one passenger here. I should probably point that out. He's waiting. He's got one passenger for Big D's halfway in. And now Izzard, Max is apparently not going to wait for you to to leave. Max, this is unhelpful.
Wait, what?
You not see Shaka just in front of you?
Nope.
You can't see a taxi just in front of you?
I can see a green sort of outline of something.
Oh.
Green grab?
Yeah. Like Shaka is right there.
There is something there, but I don't. It's not a vehicle of some description.
Oh.
I can't see anything behind me.
Oh no. Right, have any of you seen any other spaceships that are human players since you started playing?
I'm
I
going
haven't.
to say no, but for other reasons other than
Yeah. So
game's
Max,
broken.
can you just fly downwards about 5 feet? No, just don't turn, just strafe. Just sidestep downwards. That's good. Okay, stop. And now up 5 feet, given you just went down 10. Cool. I'll pop a screenshot in just so you two are acutely aware of how you actually are. Oh, come on, Discord, a bit faster than that. You can't see each other, so I balls that up again.
Yeah, I can't see him.
So, I don't think you actually get any debug telling you where each other are, do you? So in the cyan text, the one that says, do you get one that says server active? I don't think you do, because that lists the locations. Like Shauka and Max are about 4 meters apart. Now you're currently in.
I don't think I'm getting any data about any other players, am I?
Impacts detected, it says.
So under the yellow column, the server message type 13 e-vehicle update. You should be receiving lots.
I've got 2,903 and hasn't changed since I've started talking.
Oh.
It's not going up, yeah. 2,400 something.
Well, that's a bug. Why is it not going up?
Firewall?
God, none of you are helpful. Well, no, it's got.
I don't think I'm getting anything from the server at all.
In the top left. Oh wait, received. I am getting constant vehicle updates, and yet somehow I've got 0k received. But I do have an error message from Steam saying I failed to connect to something I tried.
Client trans is error, and client thread was not ready for packets.
Client not ready for packets means your client has completely died. That means that you've had a fatal error, and are you getting like, is it constantly spamming that one? Or was it just one?
Not constantly. One latest cyan message of that.
Client not ready. Client not ready. Not ready. Client thread was not ready for packets.
Question mark.
Sorry, client thread was not ready for packets?
Yeah.
So, in the client, just below the list of packets, it should say client trans, client thread, flow manager, game manager, and join accepted.
Client trans is error.
Aha.
Others seem quite fine.
Do the rest of you have client trans error? Like,
Yeah.
Why?
Where's that? Sorry, which one?
About halfway down the yellow one, it should say client trans, client transport. It should say, well, mine says e-joining server. That's
error. Sorry, yes, you're right.
Okay.
error.
Well, could any of you just send me your log file so I can work out what died?
I can do. Where do we find log file? Program data.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
I've got it. It's all right. I've got it. But it hasn't moved.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't. If you all
Because you need to put percent user profile in front of that.
Still hasn't moved. If you could just close it, and I'll rerun it. So that might be a more fundamental error. It's not Tuesday night, so I can't blame Valve entirely, much as I might like to. I'm gonna pin that in the Sneaky Spaceships channel. Pin message.
And then we've got players, ships, worlds. I presume they've got different. Nothing.
No, player.log is the file I'll need.
Okay, I do not have a player.log. Oh yes, I come out one level and it's there.
It's above RPG.
Zip it. Don't zip it. Do you care?
Don't care.
Nice to zip it.
Yeah, I need to zip it now. Not unless it's like 10 megs.
Oh, it's 15.
15 megs?
Yep.
Oh dear. I say that, so I'm getting errors connecting to Steam.
Previous one's 118 meg.
Yeah, that just means that one message has been constantly spammed.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your exception? Your exception was set loading state. Again, a lot of these I think are just timing issues because I don't blast the entire world at you. I give you an incremental update to the world. Because I blast the whole world at you, someone, no names mentioned, will have a really terrible internet connection. And that will cause issues. Okay, so what could this be? So if you guys can join, but don't fly out of where you start. Like, you all start next to each other. In some cases inside each other. And you should, should be able to see each other. I'm hoping that's the issue, not a very fundamental I've broken all over again. Okay, if M owner is null, can't. Okay, so I see one person in. I see two people in. So whoever's flying forwards, if you stop, do a 180 and fly like 20 feet up, because Unity. So yeah, conviction. You should be able to then see max. Okay, stop, Shaka. No higher, no higher. That's good. Rotate 90 more degrees. Can you two see each other? Please say yes.
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yep.
Good. And
Low LOD.
Yes, but if you get closer, oh, that's a good point.
Uh,
Oh, that's Izzard just teleported in front of you, into you.
I don't think he can't hit me yet.
No, he spawned inside you.
It's
like a one. It's like a 1 in 16 chance.
Disgusting.
But once you've turned on your F5 and F6, but you should hopefully be able to read each other's. And I'd like to know if you can. Can you read each other's ship names? Yeah, but definitely.
Waiting server.
That's a no.
Hold on. Oh crap! I can't fly this shit.
So keep F5 mode and F6.
Conviction. Yes, I can see conviction on the side of it.
Right, so you can see. Oh, maybe Sai hasn't named his.
Well, I
No,
think
it
that's
is the
fine.
third. Now I can see it. Right. Can't set loading state. Our state. Because RPG data. Oh, do we not have an ID? Current unique ship ID. Ship. Owner! Exclamation.
Max.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You spawned
Wait, what
spawned
the fuck?
inside me.
Wait, did one of you just change ship type?
No.
Jalka.
No.
Have you got the Discord up still? Like, you guys are.
Oh,
The
wow.
green thing just appeared.
Are you sure that's
Wow.
not you, Shalka? I can check.
It's me.
It is you. Don't do that. Like, look at the relative scale of the ship, though. Like, that's a.
Bloody enormous.
You're in tiny ships. That's a medium one, and then there's really big ones. But I didn't want to let people fly the big ships until they'd mastered the little ones. So can you try flying out here? Please use F5 and F. Please just make your life easy and try picking up some passengers and dropping them off. So far we haven't even managed that successfully.
Where would I find them?
So remember how you started facing an exit? That's the exit you should take. Someone's flying out the entrance. I don't know who's just flown out. That person who's just flown out when you take a right, it's not a left.
I actually, I didn't start facing an exit. I started spinning uncontrollably inside someone.
Okay, somebody else. Okay, someone called waiting server. Wow, that seems really flaky.
What does a passenger look like?
Ethereal.
So there are 4 or 5 taxi loading spots in the world. They're quite big and obvious, and they do have like massive signs up. So the closest one to you is Quick Hop Taxis. If you come out and do a left, it's more or less in front of you.
Warning, do not X.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't write. I
Not
want to.
cross.
It took me a while. Yeah, the other side of that asteroid. In fact, there are 2 asteroids. either side of either of them. You can go through them. I've forgotten to put collision on them.
Going through the do not go through sign.
Oh, that's really
You
cool.
rebel.
I can see all three of you at once. That's really cool.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's full of stars.
Everywhere's full of stars. Full of debris. So at the taxi rank you are all heading towards, at this moment there are 8 passengers waiting. And hopefully the outside of it in massive debug text should say quick hop taxis, 8 passengers.
Well, you can see my screen, so you can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah, about 90 degrees to the right. That's a drop off, not a pickup. There's not that many. The idea is that once you've played it a little bit, you should know where most of the things are.
Is this a taxi rank?
Yes.
Oh,
Right, well, Max
Well,
has
found a
just, just ploughed into it. Incidentally, Max, is your health working now? Or are you still...
yes.
It is
Yeah,
working?
yeah. Yes.
Ah, so that was a bug, not a fundamental issue. Cool. There's no penalty for any of the systems breaking, by the way, currently.
So I aim for the cyan bit.
No, not Cyanbet. That is just graphics in this one. One of the other
What
ones...
should I aim for?
Do you see the sign that says quick hop taxis? You're kind of side onto it. I've just realised that. So left 15 degrees. I meant rotate. Yeah, there you go. See where? Yeah, just forwards.
I'm strafing.
You first, sir.
I'm going to actually record this because it actually looks really quite cool with all three arguing over who gets to dock where.
Eight X passenger.
7X passenger. Oh,
Where should I head for though? This bit? This bay?
so, yes. But obviously you need to wait for other people to get out of it first. I notice you're all inside each
Oh.
other.
I don't seem to have. Oh, my main computer's damaged. Like 50, more than 50%. Hull integrity is at 95%, something like that.
So-
Main thrust is at 90.
Right now,
Okay.
you are kind of inside each other. Don't think. So who's full? One of you is full. Bottom left.
I'm
What's your state?
Top left.
Bottom-
With or without all the debug on, sorry.
Far left. The far left screen. I turned the debug off.
Oh, not loading, capacity 0, 200.
Right. So, Schalke.
I'm not loading 0 out of 200.
Same.
Okay. So here's the. Okay, Max, you actually have 2 passengers.
Okay.
So that's okay.
What does mine say?
Oh, here we go. Error, too much data sent. I wonder if Schalke broke it by switching ship.
Schalke.
Always one.
Yeah.
It's not ready for breaking yet. Only at the make it work stage.
Well, yeah. So Max, you do have 2 passengers, but unfortunately, you don't know what they're for, do you?
No.
But if you quit and rejoin, I'm 18% sure it will tell you. But I think it might also be because currently, right now, Schalke and Izzard have jammed themselves into the taxi rank together.
Well, it looked clear.
Did it?
Yeah, there was like a ghost ship there for a little while, a bit like when you're waiting for someone to get out of the way in SnowRunner.
Yeah, that shows you where you should aim for to park.
Okay, well I went in there.
But you didn't see Schalke or...
No, there was no solid ships.
okay.
I see no ships.
I'm going to make that client trans flash red. If mstate equals error.
Oh dear.
What?
No ship.
Restart everything.
No shit.
No
Oh.
ship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Pretty
Schalke
good
broke it, by the way. Because, Schalke, you just chose a random ship. Those ships aren't configured or set up in any way, shape, or form. And you've just... Yeah, I think you've broken the server permanently. I think that's what's happened. Which is fine. I mean, I need to fix it. But I think... Send all data client. Then it says error, too much data sent. Question mark.
I've got E error and client thread not ready for packets again.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was Schalke breaking it. Good job, Schalke.
That was a good test.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't break for a while, did it? Because we could see each other flying around for a while after that.
Yeah, so something's working. It's encouraging.
It was only when we all got to the taxi bit that we seemed to disappear.
Yeah, but it might be at the moment when I think Schalke got there first. I think it's when Schalke started to load, something might have fallen over.
It's definitely Schalke's fault. Whatever
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely. It goes without saying. I
must compliment you or the artwork you've chosen for the the recycle bin dustbin thing, because I thought, bloody hell, that looks like a garbage bin, you know.
Oh, the space garbage truck. Yes, we also have a space recycle ship. I like them.
But you didn't have to say that's what it was. It instinctively was that.
Yes,
that's what it went. Oh yeah, that's it.
That's actually an interesting challenge, is finding boring spaceships that aren't like festooned in lasers. So if I send you a picture of the ship, a bit better. If you look on Discord, you see it does actually have recycle symbols on it. Is there's a yellow one that's for garbage, not for recycling. I don't want to call it rubbish, because I was like, you are flying a rubbish ship. But yeah, it's quite hard to find. This one was actually custom modelled by Andy.
Trash ship is much better.
Trash ship?
No. Recycling ship.
But the idea is, there's passengers, and then there's obviously other types of vehicles.
Waste handling, wouldn't it? Waste handling.
Yeah, I mean, I have a certain love for very mundane computer games, because all of your computer games, like in Borderlands, you're running around with billions of guns and you're saving the whole universe. Whereas in SnowRunner, you're going around just sort of driving a vehicle. And I like that in what's it called? Icarus, I'd have killed for a better torch.
Yes, those were cleverly low, weren't they?
Yeah, well, I think it's because I'm so used to being an ultra-hardened space warrior who can take tons of damage and I'm saving the universe, that, you just fly a rubbish truck around. It's refreshing. I like the mundanity in games, and I don't quite know why. So I also need to work out why this is working. So send all data is erroring because for some reason. Oh, I'm not actually printing out the error. Oops. Don't get wrong, Shaka. I'm very pleased you broke it, but from now on, don't change ships till I fix it.
Testing successful, game broken.
Okay, let me rerun that. So so I'm just shutting the server down now. I've made more changes and better error messages, and now if the client trans errors, it will flash red, because that's a bad one. I don't want that one to be hidden. So if end state is E error, then the GUI will all turn on as well. Oh, I went to that EV meet that I mentioned, by the way. Best comment of the day. Oh my god, they do electric motorbikes as well. So quite successful.
I'm back.
Do electric scooters.
Yeah.
The push scooter.
Proper ones.
How do you distinguish between an electric scooter and an electric scooter?
Well, because
good
a
question, isn't it?
scooter and a motorbike are not the same thing.
Scooter.
But you know the I don't know what you call them. Is that I'm using the wrong word?
Is I broke it? No, you mean not. The thing is, they're not mopeds because mopeds have got pedals. Oh, thank you, Box. Is that you broke it in a good way. What's the format?
What did I do?
You sent your packets too soon.
Oh, because I haven't quit when you restarted it, maybe.
Yeah. I can't work out how to fix this without breaking it for the local loopback. I can fix this easy. Let me just isn't valid for clients, but is it for us? Basically, I should accept packets from you, but not anybody else. Yeah, so I'm. So you mean a scooter, as in a thing that goes zzz, and you sit on it, and a scooter, as in a skateboard with a thing on the front? You know, like a skateboard with a
Kind of, yeah.
yeah, like in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the easy thing is that's not a.
You get electric versions of those. So if you're doing electric mopeds or electric vehicles you can sit on.
I think correctly, it's a scooter or a razor scooter. I think they're referred to as razor scooters.
Oh, it's the push along ones, yeah.
Yeah, well, even with a motor, it's still a razor scooter.
Okay, yeah.
Right, starting the client again.
Someone's breaking it.
Well, tell me when the server's ready for a client, and I'll start it.
I will.
Can you not identify whether it's a client sending?
Yes.
I'm not. I'm just trying to think.
The problem is, I'm gonna put this. I progressed the server's state by waiting for the local loopback. I probably want to do something. If L Steam ID equals Steam integration dot get short Steam ID dot local Steam ID. Always valid to proceed. Else, if game manager state is not playing, yes.
We've got an I if there though.
Steam integration. Yeah, and I. Who owns the Steam integration? Client
You do.
Dot instance dot integration Steam. Who owns you?
Who is your dad and what does he do?
Oh, network integration owns you. Network integration dot instance dot Steam integration dot local Steam ID. That's fine. Always valid to proceed. Otherwise, you can sort of good. This will hopefully always let me in, and then tell the rest of you to sod off because I'm not ready for you. I don't quite know what will happen to you. Like, I don't know if you will. Because I'm not. No, yeah, you shouldn't be able to join at that point. But you should be able to join. Yeah, I think I'm now ignoring you, Izzard, so you should be able to restart.
Why have you done that as an if else instead of an if not? Is that because you're going to put something in there later instead of the comment?
Because
They're always.
oh no, because while the comment's there. If that, do this. Otherwise, if error, return. So that means I don't have any code I want to put there, but I do want to remind myself there's no code there. I'm being explicit, saying this is always valid. This is good. I say that it's not working. Are you still trying to break it, by the way?
I'm not running currently, but I will run it now.
Oh, don't, because no. No, I thought you were.
Oh, I'm broadcasting my screen. Right, game launched, and I haven't tried to join.
Oh,
Do you want me to?
no, Unity just crashed.
Can I watch 2 screens at once?
Yes.
Yes, you have to click on, you have to hover, move your mouse over, and then click on the little symbol of an eyeball with a plus on it.
Discoverable user interface.
Very carefully, otherwise it will close it and you need to do it again. Yeah.
Found 0 servers.
Yeah, it's because Unity crashed.
Yep. Successful failure. Just FYI.
Okay, maybe that wasn't valid. Can I attach the debugger? Can I fuck? I think that'd be a fundamental thing that Unity would just get right, and it's just so vague whether or not it will let you attach the debugger. Do you think I should just put a thumbnail on this one going, you won't believe how broken my game is? Me going, oh! At it.
I might make a thumbnail, but it won't be for this one.
I think
Breakfast or something.
I think we should do. We should do like a proper thumbnail.
Yeah. So whose face is gonna be doing the open-mouthed, shocked expression?
Yeah, hands on the cheeks.
Yeah, like Home Alone. We'll just get something off Google Images.
Are any of you actually running the game right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not.
Could you not? So I can see who
Yes.
I'm getting packets from, because it looks like I might have been wrong on my check.
I'm only in the first screen. I haven't tried to join the server.
That's fine. It might be that what I thought was my local Steam. I should know my own Steam ID. I used to.
Do you get an IP address with that as well?
No. This is going through Steam's networking, so I get a unique 64-bit number.
Yeah. Right.
But I have a message with somebody ending in 996. So that looks. Is that right? True. Okay, cool. Always valid to proceed. I mean, it's just that ever since I put that check in to make sure it worked. Oh,
The next thing is ready for packets false.
No, I think this one. I think that's a message from the lobby, and I'm ignoring it. No, this is really awkward to fix. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that. To do check against current lobby. What I should do is write code that if the server goes down, you get kicked out. That's what I should do. Like a proper game. I'm hoping that a lot of the issues come from the fact Shaka went into a random spaceship. I think the garbage collector's okay. I think the police doesn't have an inventory. And I think that breaks it. Okay.
Probably you can, as a police vehicle, you can pick up perps.
Yeah, but I haven't programmed in an inventory for that yet.
Oh. Kind of like a taxi, just you don't get paid for transport. The people that are transporting are crims.
Yeah. I mean, that is the plan. Oh no, is it broken? If you can join, it might be broken again.
Your status is awaiting server data.
That doesn't make any sense.
And I can do join game.
Oh, hold on. Why does it keep?
I'm not joining.
Yeah, no,
Taking
that's
a long time.
that Unity.
It did success.
Why is Unity stopping? I do not have error pause ticked. I've disconnected this. Unity keeps pausing. Yeah. What the? Those devs should get.
I've started. No shit.
No, it's broken. Okay, so I'm going to blame Schalke's. Without being fair, I genuinely think you choosing that garbage collector broke it. So don't do that. Just play it as you should. Don't try and break it. Try and play it. If trying to. This is. I've always said this before. Actually, oh no, this really is fucked. It's very.
Is anyone watching the stream, by the way?
Yes.
It's very easy to break a game. I can break any game. No, I'm going to break it. It's dead easy to break literally any game out there. It's try and play it properly. Does it break when I'm trying to play it properly? That's much, much more important. Okay.
This is the problem you've got being a developer. You try and sort of handle the edge, some of the more common bugs, but you can't handle the niche and the real edge cases.
Well, I mean, if we were to go and play GTA, how long do you think it would take us if we found a bug? If we actively went looking for a bug? Like 30 seconds?
Half an hour?
I bet you if we get in and out of vehicle repeatedly in two-player mode, at some point we'll clip through the wall. We'll clip through each other.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's that sort of thing. It's very easy to break it.
But GTA is fairly mature and is in good enough status, whereas this is like pre-alpha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my word. What have I done?
I thought you'd restarted it anyway since Schalke broke it, so how can you still be blaming Schalke?
Error. Managed to load Spaceships. That's fine. Can't set loading state not loading because of RPG. Because I don't have a ship. These are the... I think I do. I think I've got a. I wonder if it's there. Finish the sentence. I definitely have issues when people join the game for the first time. However, I think there might be a window under which I just write out completely corrupted data while I'm still generating it. Yeah, instead of erroring though, I'm catching the error. RPG server update, RPG generic update, set loading state, generic update.
What is that desktop, Si?
It's my Shadow PC. So it's in a data center in Paris. See that?
No.
So it's using H.265.
This is in the cloud.
Yeah. Great frame rate, 1 frame per second, because it's not doing anything. So fine. Latency is a bit high. I mean, it's better when it's like 18 or 19 on a good day.
Oh, are you playing this in the cloud?
Yeah, I'm playing this on because I don't have it. Well, I've got the only PC I've got is that one with the GT 730 in it, which would be no good for this.
It probably will be. I get 60 frames a second at 1080p on my 970. But possibly would be. But I'm pleased that that is running in the cloud. That is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, it just does everything a local machine would do. It's I'm pretty pleased with it.
But you're having to pay for it how much?
£30 a month.
Now, my immediate reaction is ouch, and then I mentally assume I have a £3,000 PC and point to myself, that's 100 months before I've broken even.
Yeah, £360 a year, and I don't have to maintain any of the hardware.
Yeah, I probably spend more than £360 a year on video cards, on average. Can't set loading state because ship has no owner.
Best thing, Max, is there's a Quest 2 client for it, so you can just launch Steam games on the Quest 2, and they just get
Up to
pipe.
the cloud and sort of connects into it.
Yeah, I think it's piped straight to the Quest, so I can just like launch Half-Life Alyx on my Quest 2. It's great.
Well, it's clever. Got to give you that.
Yeah.
I know we discussed before with the other side, Malcolm, about hosting VMs in the cloud. How do you get them to actually hook into a network? How do you sort of tie them to networks? So you say, right, I want that to talk to that, and sort of, is it tunneling or VPNing or what?
I don't understand the question, to be honest.
I don't either, but this isn't my forte.
I'll have to grab Malcolm next time.
What do you mean? You want to pretend that it's on your LAN? Like...
Yes, I know you can get that. I know that's possible because I've seen it done.
Well, that'd be a VPN. You could use
Right.
Hamachi, whatever it's called these days. Log me in.
I know. Well, one of the problems I've got in my professional life is I need to hook it into an isolated network. Obviously, you can just go through a jump box or something, but it's a matter of actually participating on a private network. Not quite sure how to achieve that.
One of the cool things that this does is USB forwarding, and when my controller just forwards automatically, but if I plug in a HOTAS on my wheel, then it gets connected to the Shadow PC.
So you can do a USB Ethernet socket.
Yeah, or I use virtual here as well sometimes. So I can play Live for Speed on it and have the force feedback wheel and everything.
Yeah. Because it's this whole thing about how much hardware do we need, and you have to buy licenses for things and setting up the virtual machines and all this sort of thing, or loading in an image from somewhere. I'm like, I want to spin it up in the cloud. I don't really want to be faffing about with this stuff in the office anymore. I think the world's moved on. I'm trying to get up to speed with it, but no one gives you any training. It's very difficult,
I'm trying to commit to cloud gaming as a kind of. It's a bit masochistic, but I want it to
be there first.
work. It's like being an early adopter,
I mean, I've done loads of cloud gaming. It's been almost exclusively via Microsoft's streaming solution, which is brilliant. I would like to set up so I can stream from my Steam PC to my phone or whatever, but it doesn't seem to they don't seem to talk about that very much. I'm hoping that will come with the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I mean, I could just take the easy option and buy a gaming PC, but I like the fact that I'm sitting here with about 15 watts or something.
Oh. Tracking? Erroring? Erroring. So I do try very hard not to just go, hey, let's just give it a bash and see how broken it is. I have been playing this extensively with no issues. So we have issues like Schalke's in a different country, Izzard is
in another country,
in the cloud. Yeah, it's that sort of thing that goes, well, don't this work? So I just deleted all the data again, and it's still broken. And I'm the server connected, so this is something I've broken tonight. Yes.
It's not that change you made to the code, is it?
I've done quite a lot of changes to the code, but thankfully, that's why I'm just going to comment out.
That's why we have backups.
Yeah, that's why we have version control. So I haven't committed anything yet. I apologise that you're losing your progression, but we can all blame Schalke for his spaffing of the debug keys.
Would not my fault.
Set some peer-to-peer request. I can't set loading sticks. I have no. Yeah, and then it breaks. Well, I think I might have to call it there, just because this looks like this is going to be a very boring and long-winded debugging session.
Well, damn it.
Let me just talk you through it, just in case I go, oh, wait, hold on. We found no RPG players. I joined, so I generate a new RPG player, and I locate, and then I link the local player to it. Then we don't have a ship. That's cool. Then I give myself a free taxi, and I join the game.
Adam, could you try that hide that detailed text option in Discord streaming, just out of curiosity, because good time to see the tiny text.
I can't change it from stream quality. I will start it again.
You should be able to go to
stream quality is 1530, 60, 480, 1080 source. So, but I will start it again. Stream quality, better text readability. There we go.
Cool.
So then I say DJ Arcos has joined. Welcome to my normal flight. Then I give them a free taxi, and then I'm flying it. And then it starts to error because at that point, the client has been sent data from the server, and yet the client hasn't linked between the RPG data and the ship, which is not inherently a bad thing, because then I'm not getting a filter.
It's much more readable.
Yeah, so I should have been seeing the message server init 4, and I'm not. And that gets called when I'm just going to comment out that, because all that does is it loads in all of the players off the disk and just displays them. I was starting on a just get rid of that. It's possible I left some crafty data lying around. That was just so when you start the server up, it boots up all of the loads in all of the data, and then just says, hey, Schalke's been playing for 7 hours this month or whatever. It's just to do sort of fun stats. Not that one.
We use the word tick boxes next in Explorer.
What?
Yeah, in Windows File Explorer, the little check boxes to the left of things that they brought in a few years ago.
That seems to have fixed it, because somebody else joined. I'll just put a comment in going, warning, this causes horror. This leaves but it was kind of working. It wasn't broken. It was just partly broken. Incidentally, and possibly not on Quest 2 at the moment, it's really good in VR, this. I've done loads of work on making the scale just go all the way down from like really high detail micro scale all the way up to absolutely ginormous things. And it's so I don't know if you've seen that big spaceship coming out of the warp gate here. This one is about 1 kilometer long, that spaceship, and you can fly all the way along it in VR, which is just super cool. I'll pop that one in the Sneaky Spaceships channel. So yeah, that spaceship there is
the good ship Lollipop.
Yeah, that's the default name. Thank Rob for that.
Thank Rob for what?
He always named his tactics forever ships the good ship Lollipop, so I have therefore then on used the good ship Lollipop as my default name for ships. That's Uatech specifically. Yeah, there's his ship. Yeah, it all seems to be work. Oh no, hold on, I've got thousands of errors. Yeah, got the same error, but I don't know who it's for. For ship 0, it's me. Can't set state not loading because RPG data for ship 0 has no owner. But then I tried to hide the error message away by doing it anyway.
Did I understand correctly that when you started the session today, you were using a separate server, and then
yes,
you switched to? So would you have that same problem if you were running the separate server?
Possibly. The reason I've done it like this is I can't, because a bug in Unity, it is no longer 2-3 minutes to make a build. It's a couple of hours. So that's an issue. Oh, hold on. I should have set that to...
I can see a ship. I can see another ship.
That's an AI ship, though. Well, I assume so.
Well, better than nothing.
Yeah, so that's taxi number 14. But do you remember where the docking bay was? Okay.
Yeah, but it's not what I thought it was.
It's 180 degrees behind you.
Really?
Really. Wow, I didn't see you use your indicators then.
I didn't. Oh, it's a BMW ship.
And now 90 degrees to your left.
I'm nodding off here, guys. I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for... Oh, it's Sunday tomorrow. Violence.
Yay. Okay.
Cool.
See you,
Thank
Max.
you very much. Very much appreciated. And I will try and do one in a week or so.
Okay.
So now it looks like 3 ships. So, Izzard, on your screen, does it say no ship, or do you have like proper ship readout?
Alright. Can you not see my screen?
Yes, but I didn't think about looking at it. Yeah, please press F11. Just get rid of all that horror.
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, it does. F11 gets rid of all the debug text.
Well, it's not doing.
Do you have focus? What is interesting in this is when when you get a little bit better at it, you start flying it like Descent. You stop aiming for where you want to go, and you just strafe. So I do a lot of strafing. So when I'm in slow maneuver, I no longer fly forwards or backwards. It's all up, down, side step left, side step right, and rotate. Yeah, I like that. But then see, I quite like it because you get this sort of the slow speed docking feel of how.
Bum, 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 bum.
However, all of you are invariably docking too low, and the collision isn't perfect between internal and external, and you keep end up smashing into the floor. So I need to raise the hologram up a bit. The hint to you:
What hologram? There's no hologram.
it disappears when you get too close.
Does it reappear if I back out?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's actually quite cool.
Not loading. Not loading. I'm expecting it to load at some point.
No.
It's just started loading one passenger for repair dock gamma at a rate of 10 kilos per second.
Whoever's just about to hit Izzard, can you see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey!
I like the way you very quietly went, yep. Yeah, so this is where it can't...
No, I can't.
You can't? Oh.
Disappeared.
Is he coming?
Right, so have I got a passenger now?
What state is your ship in?
Uh,
Not loading.
Yeah, it never changed from not loading, but the top right said, is it started loading?
This might be... No. Yeah, this is related to the same...
Client trans E error.
Yeah, so Schalke's died with his error.
Oh.
But
Well, I thought I was stationary, so I tried to do a backflip, but I got stuck with my nose on the ground.
yeah, so all 3 ships have no owner. What? How did I break that? I do have quite a nice video though. I'll pop it in the Sneaky Spaceship channel. That's actually quite a good video. I like that. All apart from the last bit. At about 55 seconds, Schalke says, I said, "Can you see that?" And he went, "Yes," and then he goes, all goes wrong. That message there will probably hide the error, but that means we don't have a connection. And
Well, I feel like I spent 2 hours not getting any passengers.
that was working. That's the annoying thing. I've broken that.
I thought it was Shulker's fault.
No, I've deleted all the data.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, that's not-
Schalke's all right though.
I just quit the game.
But Schalke has loaded one passenger. No, it's odd. You do have some passengers.
Well, how can I tell?
Oh, it says. Well, it should say.
Well, it said is it started loading at the top right.
Okay. If you quit and come back in, does it tell you? So that actually worked perfect. You have 2 passengers. I can't tell you where. Oh, I can tell you where they're destined for. But for some, it's because this issue here. I have RPG player data, which has a link to a connection, but your connection hasn't linked to this because you never joined.
So quitting and coming back should put me back where I left off, should it?
No. There's I haven't decided what I'm going to do about that yet. I think you won't. I think you'll. It's like Euro Truck Simulator. You know, you don't just come back in driving along the road.
Why not?
I'm back at a garage, like SnowRunner.
Yes, you start in the garage. This is where you do start.
I want to play SnowRunner.
Do you?
A little bit. Well, the thing is, though, it's hard to tell because I pretty much always want to play SnowRunner.
Yep.
It's just a low-grade desire.
Yeah.
I'm just going to diff this.
Finalising server hosting is what it says for you again.
I made a change down here. And that's to do with the corrupt inventory. Is it inventory is the verb and inventory is the noun? Do you inventory in inventory, or do you inventory in inventory? Or is it just an accent?
I think they're just different ways of saying the word, I think. I'm not sure I would use inventory as a verb.
So would you say, please inventory the inventory?
Oh, no, I wouldn't use that as a verb.
Oh. What verb would you use to say, please count up all of those things and see what we've got?
Enumerate.
Enumerate my inventory. I don't appear to have made any changes that should.
Why are you insistent on breaking my brain?
Not with inventory.
Yeah. Like, inventory my inventory. Like just why?
My favourite palindrome is Satan oscillate my metallic sonatas.
I am going to go to bed.
Bye.
I'm also moving on. I killed the most programs. I win.
No. Interesting. I'm just looking at all the changes I made, and they've pretty much all been catches rather than actual fixes.
Who left?
Let me just reattach the debugger, because it looks like is for some reason, and again, maybe because you're off, on the internet in a different country, but for some reason I'm not getting the client joined message, so therefore you never get added into the pool. So therefore I never load your data off, and I never link your connection to your RPG ship. I just don't know why. But let me see if you do. So if I'll get one message for me, I hope, and then I should get one for you. The weird thing is, these are definitely my most popular streams, is where I do this stuff, and I don't know why anybody would watch me do this, but people do. Okay, so this is me joining. So I have joined the game. So can you please now join while I do a capture about all the palm trees? I don't know what a palm tree is.
I'm in the game now, right?
Someone joined. Oh, that's Jay.
Has it actually joined me? Because I've got an error.
Well, I'm still stepping through the code.
My client trans says e-joining server.
Yeah, I'm currently stepping through the code, so everything's frozen. So Jay's ship now has an owner. Oh,
Who is Control 11?
no idea what you're talking about. Can you rejoin? Because you joined whilst I was debugging. But I did not get a message for you. I got one for Jay, but not for you.
I got a message for Izzard.
You got. It doesn't matter. The server did not get a notification that Izzard had joined. Therefore, there is no way it could link him to a ship.
Oh.
Although it looks like it's almost like I've got 2 copies of the RPG player data lying around.
You haven't got two server instances running, have you?
No, but I'm wondering if I've got duplicates in the RPG player data. Yeah, if you join now, or is it? Yeah, if you join. Oh, you're doing it that way. Oh, you're
Yeah,
running.
it seems to.
You know, you don't have to run the game first. It shouldn't. They should all be identical. Oh, hold on. Is that how you normally join?
It's the only way I have done it. Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Only because it's more reliable than the function keys. For me, I mean, not for your game.
So that has worked. We've now got an owner with the name is attached to
You still stepping because I've not got a ship.
Yes.
Right. Now I've got a ship.
But I'm getting. Am I getting? No error messages yet. Oh yeah, now I'm getting hammer with error messages for ships 0, 1, and 3.
Well, am I ID 1? It says I'm ID 1, right? So
You
I'm
are
ship 1. 0 and 2 at Good Ship Lollipop. His ship 4 is ID 1.
So I don't have a readout of that at the moment, I don't think. So that is ship 0, ship 1. Where's ship 2? Was that what Schalke was flying? So yeah, basically I start at ship 0, and every time somebody makes a new ship, I just create a new ship and allocate it to them. The cool thing is the ships exist as their own objects. So you could, in theory, park your ship up and then somebody else could fly it. Somebody could fly it when you're not there. You can have a pool of ships for the station. So I kind of like the idea of really, really expensive ships that you have to pool together to buy. Those sort of things that you don't necessarily own. But the error is RPG update, generic update. Why did you not jump me to that? Right, generic update. Right.
How do I roll left when you're left?
Oh, you tilt a bit because it feels cooler. No, wait, hold on. Do you tilt a bit? I don't think you did.
You say so? Yeah, I just came out and turned left, and it. Maybe not. I'll keep an eye on that.
Okay, so I'm going to break it now. So we have 3 players in the system. With a very unhelpful values. There we go. RPG player data. So we have 3 players. So Jay has an owner. Izzard has an owner. Huh? What? But you were erroring. Telling me you didn't.
What?
Well, basically, I've got an error saying this is null, and then I just debugged it, and it went, no, it's not. So DG Arcos has an owner, Iz has an owner, JCap has an owner. Okay. And I go to RPG update, and then I call generic. And the debugger's like, no, I can't find what that line of code is.
What does cargo true false do?
That is a ship-specific thing. On the taxi, it turns on whether or not the lights are above the taxi, showing that you can pick up passengers.
Okay.
That will be, yeah, whatever is the... it should be called special action or something like that. Owner, DJ Arcus, just DJ Arcus. Oh, no. See, this is why I sometimes want to just give up doing this stuff. The debugger's crashed.
Debugger!
I mean, when I say the debugger's crashed, now I have to try and kill everything. But it looks like I might actually just... So if I've inserted you into the list twice, once with a valid insert, once with a complete bollocks insert, that may explain what's happened.
I have 2.5 hours without picking up any passengers.
No, you pick passengers up. I said you just can't
Well,
see it. You just can't.
So you claim...
So if lplayer.mowner equals null, debug.log error, error, how does player...
How is player formed?
have no owner? So I've pushed the check one up. It's really, really quite confusing because I debugged it here and it was fine, and then I went into lplayer, which is in MAPlayer's value, and then that calls generic update, which then calls set loading state, which then goes, wait a minute, we don't have an owner. Well, we did 2 steps up.
Okay, so I'm in the loading bay.
Well, the server's not up, so you're not going to get very far.
God damn it.
So the issue is the server hasn't linked your spaceship to your connection. Oh, let me attach to the bugger. Right. But yes, SnowRunner in space is not a far off description. I thought it might be quite fun to add things like cranes and load stuff off on spaceships. You know, all the physicsy stuff we screw up. But as long as you're careful and gentle, I mean, it's like, sorry, it's dead easy. It's only when you go, you know what, I'm going to try and do something a bit dumb.
Well, that's also like SnowRunner. So is Space Runner taken as a name?
I'm sure it is. Space Runner. They also do shoes, and it's a car. Wait, they do NFT shoes for the metaverse.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm still getting the errors. That's not possible. So, right, that's just not possible. Welcome to programming. What I see here is not possible, because if I walk up the full stack to here, right, if the owner is null, I print an error message and continue. And then I walk back down the call stack, and at this point in set loading state, I'm like, we don't have an owner.
You realise you're in a programming humour cartoon right now, don't you?
I know. But okay, it's not in the scope. Right, this. Oh. Wait. Oh no. Can you see the error? Can you see the error on the screen? Would you like a hint?
Oh, is it?
Go on, get it right first time and you can fuck off. Go on, get it right. Immediately tell me what the error is first time. Go on.
The error in your code?
Yeah.
Or was it with that debug line?
It's one of those 5 lines of code.
But it's not firing.
The error is, so what does the log error? I print an error message out.
Yeah, if M owner is not null.
Okay, if M owner is not null, what's the error message I print out?
Can't set loading state.
Because
RPG data for ship, and then ship ID has no owner.
so I said, if the owner is not null, print an
Yeah.
error message saying we don't have an owner.
Yeah.
If owner is null, print an error message saying we don't have an owner.
Yeah.
Come on.
That would make more sense.
That would, yes, in fact, would work. Right. I 100% guarantee you will be able to put a passenger into your ship. In fact, you probably have passengers in your ships.
All right.
So I will
Do it one more go.
I will sum up the whole of that error. It was the debug message breaking it, not the code.
So why was the debug message breaking it?
No, the debug message, because if I detected that we did have an owner, then I panicked, printed an error message out, and just exited. Instead of...
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it did more than the message.
I
Yeah.
did the exact opposite of what I meant to do, yes.
Yeah.
Right, please try...
Well, it's often a single character that causes the wrong behavior. I'm going to restart. Yeah.
Yes, please restart and try. It's when I say to myself, "This isn't possible." I've logically checked a bunch of things and they don't agree. They have to agree. There's no concept.
You should go. This is not possible. This is not possible. This is not. This is not. Not.
This is not possible.
Clues in the not.
This is where I'd like AI compilers that go, by the way, your error message doesn't match up to what the code does. And you go, ooh, thank you.
Well,
Well,
I
you
am,
know,
I am going to say I'm not buying a Quest 2 until DJ gets the VR sorted out on this thing.
whatever, you can play golf. It's great. Adam, when you in some modern email programs, Outlook,
Yes.
if you type things like "please see attachment" and you don't attach something,
Yes,
it won't
yeah.
send the email, which is nice.
Yeah, Jim goes, are you sure? And he's, you know, I feel very attached to you. He goes, do you want to add a file? No, I don't. Are you trying to join, by the way? Have I broken something else?
Apparently, it is only transferring at 5 frames per second. So
Yes,
I'm not
so-
sure what's.
It's on purpose, so we get high quality images that are readable,
Oh, okay.
which I have to say does work a treat. That is very readable.
Yes.
Okay, so there is Izzard flying his ship. His ship. Written on both sides. Notice the decals disappeared. Right. And off he goes. You look to your left, you should see my ship. There I am. See, how cool will that be in VR? Then notice the decals disappeared behind me.
I didn't expect to turn when I looked.
I think you clipped the wall. Yeah, you clipped the wall, that's why. That's not the looking. That's
Really?
Yeah, you clipped the wall on the right. Yeah, you did. You definitely did.
Okay.
I was just distracted by the... So you do have a lot of errors, but those... You haven't had your client updated in several hours that possibly they'll fix. I usually go to the right of that do not cross asteroid, by the way.
So why can we not cross the asteroid?
Because you'll crash your ship into it. It's a warning thing saying don't drive into the asteroid. And it looks cool.
Oh,
That's the reason a lot of things go into video games. It looks cool.
I thought it might have got mad or something, but okay.
It might have got mad. What, the rock?
Well, yeah, it could be very volatile and damage the ship.
On the bright side, the networking for the server is absolutely spot on. So I am seeing no issue with Izzard's movement. It's smooth, it's interpolated, it's good. The only issue comes when the collision doesn't quite match up, and I will probably solve that by making the player collision a bit bigger So the player will collide, but the remote simulation won't.
I love the way you sidelined that.
Well, the thing is, I don't. So if you have a look here at what I actually am, so Izzard is a taxi. I, on the other hand, am this. I'm a collection of particles, a fake cockpit, and joysticks and buttons. So I am not actually a spaceship. So the collision doesn't match up. It's only off by a little bit, but it's off by enough that when people are a couple of inches out, on their screen they're embedded into it, and on my screen, so on their screen they're free, and on my screen they're embedded into it, and then the server and the client argue back and forwards.
Call me a taxi.
You're a taxi. You know you have two people in your ship already, right? Lovely.
How the fuck do they get in there?
Because the server loaded them in. But yeah, you have two. You have two. But man, it's really weird. You're barely moving, yet on your screen it looks like you're barreling along, and you're really not.
Right, I'm expecting something to happen here, but one passenger for.
Yeah, it should do. It should say, if you put the handbrake on.
Yeah.
Are you in the box? I'm surprised it hasn't gone to. I don't think you're in the box.
It does say on the left-hand screen, it says something for the first time.
Yes, but it shouldn't say not loading. It should say not loading full. But that might be a bug. But you do have a docking. Where's the docking zone?
Pardon me.
Oh, come on, Unity. Show me the bloody box. Yeah, you might need to move forwards a little bit more to be technically in it. You're not quite. It should be, so hopefully in VR you stop and you look 90 degrees to your right to read the little readout of what's going on with the station. But you're full. Your ship is full.
Is there a way to make that readout slightly bigger?
Which one?
The one in the station.
And right.
Like the ones that are inside the ship and that, because I'm having a little bit of trouble reading the size of the text.
Look down. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't believe you, but I know what you're saying, but I can read it on.
Yeah, but what I mean is I'm sitting quite a way away from my desk. My glasses are not as good as they should be.
Well, I can read it on Izzard's stream, and that is about 720p. Yeah, but if you look down, you should be able to read it in game.
Right. Okay.
So
that is actually mega clear on eStream when I make that stream bigger. That's not how it looks for me in game.
And I'm assuming you are running at 720p. Sorry. Not loading full state, not being edited. Well, you are full, Izzard, so go offload.
Where do I do that?
Well, you fly to the offload thing and see if you can break that. So what have you got?
I don't know where it is.
Well, you do, it says. Well, what have you got? So what you should do at this point, if you don't know where to go, you're new to the server, you'll hopefully be in the voice chat and you'll ask the ATC where to go. That's something. Every time I do this, I just want to work on the ATC role, but I want to get the flight roles working first. So where would you like to go?
Fine. Where do I go? You tell me.
Where would you like to go?
I just want to get rid of these damn passengers. What?
Where do they want to go?
Oh, am I supposed to be able to tell that? Destined for repair, Doc Gamma, something or other.
And
yes.
And the other passenger?
Mining processor.
Cool. My mining processor is dead ahead and above you by, forwards about a mile, upwards about 200 feet.
What? Up there?
Yeah, you probably see some text. See some text? Yeah, debug text. But yeah, I want a player role that is in a. You could have flipped the ship 180.
Well, yeah, you said above me, so
Yeah, I said
I looked up.
Wait. I said forwards a mile and above you 200 feet.
You didn't, but okay.
You did say it was above you.
And before that, forwards a mile. But yeah,
I think you said above. I think you said a mile above you, actually. But
that would have been a
Never
terrible. But yeah, I want a role for a player in VR to see the whole world just in like a tiny hologram, so they can actually help guide players around.
Right, and I don't go for the cyan bit, right? I go for the text bit above
Yeah,
it.
you wanna? I haven't. This is one I haven't done so well as the other one. So you wanna head upwards. Careful of that spaceship coming out at the dock at you, which I noticed you can't see. God damn it! Right, that's annoying. That was definitely working. There's a massive purple spaceship just came out, and you might not have seen it just because you weren't looking at it though. Rather than, yeah, I know what I mean.
Is there a way that we can slow the particles down a little bit? Because they're giving us a little bit of a false
What?
sense of speed.
No, they don't. They give you an exactly correct sense of speed. 100% perfect sense of speed.
Yeah, the stuff that's moving slowly, Jay, is far away.
They are absolutely moving. If you think they're moving at 10 miles an hour, they're moving at 10 miles an hour.
Right, okay.
So this is where your sense of scale, by the way, goes out the window, because I thought this docking bay barely fit a taxi, and then I actually put a little taxi indicator in. Oh no! Oh no!
Set it down there.
No, look what I've done.
Made it very small.
I've made it the wrong size. Let me just.
Very small.
Yeah. No one else having issues.
Have my passengers got out? No.
Well, no, you haven't. You haven't.
Get out.
You haven't stopped.
Oh, I've got to stop, have I?
Well, you have to turn the handbrake on, obviously.
Why? Can't you just kick them out the door as you go past it?
No, definitely not. You get told off for doing that.
Oh.
Did it unload? Beginning to idly wonder if this one's. No, it must be. I did test it.
Am I in the right place?
It still says you've got one for mining processor and one for repair dock camera. Left hand panel.
Get out of my Uber!
Yeah.
Are you not in line?
Hold on.
Don't know.
Mining processor drop off. Look. You are so in that.
Mining drop off, I'm in you.
Could you fly upwards, like so you bounce off the ceiling, then fly back down again?
How do you fly up?
Left stick. Okay, cool. So you're no longer in it, and then fly down into it, and then pop your handbrake on. Oh, now what's the chances of me being able to enable the debugger? Probably 0. Go on. Let me attach the debugger. Yes. Okay. So I am a server. Re-entry is false. It is being docked by someone. You're now in the dock. Oh. Client owner ID. Oh, I failed to get you. Wonder if your ship is tagged wrong. Oh! Whoa!
How the fuck did you do that?
Oh, that's exciting.
I don't have any idea what's going on. I don't.
That's it for today.
I don't even
That's
slightly
brilliant.
have a
I
clue.
think you should turn this into a feature, though.
Could you turn that into a screensaver, please?
Well, a great way to end.
Well, the worst thing is I was about to debug your taxi. Now I don't know which one's you. And my frame rate's going down. I wonder if that's you.
Interesting, isn't it?
Well, it's respawning one every frame. I just don't know why. So, the issue was there that your connection ID was wrong. And I tried to look you up. I tried to look up your... Wait, client owner ID. Oh. No. And the worst thing is I can't debug it any further. Yeah. I'm impressed that I'm assuming what happened is there's some error on the server code that's trying to spawn a spaceship, gets partway through the spawning process, fails just before the end, and then breaks. That's my guess.
Looks bloody good, though.
It looks great, but unfortunately, yeah, I know what it is. It's trying to query client owner ID, which is complete and total bollocks for a server.
Is that something that you can turn off without breaking shit? Or
What?
like, can you remove whatever it's trying to do with it running? Like, is there some way you can disable that from doing shit?
Yeah, it's called, what you've described is called edit and continue, and was invented a long time ago, and I've never seen it work.
Ah, okay, so it's not like websites where we can live edit.
No. In theory, yes. In theory, yes. In practice, absolutely not. Yeah, I fixed it. So that probably only works on a local loopback. And then we can just call the... Or we're looking around the server. That might explain why Schalke couldn't refuel.
That line that you just commented out, where it was getting the ID, is that happening every frame?
Every physics frame, yes. So yeah, pretty much every frame.
Is that what you want it to do? Because it's not going to change.
No, because what this is, this function is called, this is on trigger stay. So this means that a physics object is sitting in a box. And I get called, hey, this physics object is sitting in a box. And then I need to work out from that physics object which spaceship it is.
Does it need to run that frequently, though?
I don't really have a choice. Because obviously I need to check every frame. Are you still in the spaceship? Are you still in the box? But yeah, that exact same error message is there. That code works, but only for the local client on the server. I may have just broken it. What I should do is if lplayer call.
You know, when you said a lot of this stuff has been working until today, was that using separate machines?
Mostly separate machines, but because it takes so long to build, sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll belt and brace it, so I'll check one method then the other, because one method's for clients and one method's for servers. And then RPG because it's mostly the same code that queries who is this. Apart from here, apparently. There. Oh, right. Well, how do I get on this one then? Oh, I don't need to because I'm not querying the... Yeah, I'm only going to the ship systems. Yeah, I have tried. You know, I genuinely have been trying to make sure that I'm not assuming stuff. Yeah, I can see where...
My kite's still running, by the way.
Oh, no, that's not that. So I've got millions of errors that some... Oh, well, here's what I mentioned. So the error I'm getting is... Whoops. Now, you were asking about, do I want it at every frame? I don't mind. What I shouldn't be doing is printing out this every frame. So I can the loading. That should go there. Yes, I do have 2 if-else player con statements in a row. Because that could fail and it could still be null at this point. Unless you meant in RPG Field Doc. Right, yeah. Because I say query the server thread for the client owner ID, which is probably bollocks. And then I say, if that fails, query the player's owner. And then I say, oh dear, then I know it's a local player and I can use the local player's quest thing. First look was correct. No, because client owner ID is not a valid thing to go calling on the server. Hence the name client owner ID. That looks up a connection from a ID. Doesn't? Yeah. Yes. I shouldn't have called that. I'm calling it with the wrong parameter. Basically, I'm calling it with a parameter that's not valid on the client, on the server. Yeah. So I was saying I've got loads of things. An error of fleet object taxi entered docking box but wasn't set as player AI. But both of these are the same, Micah. At least I hope they are. RPG Fuel. Right. Those are identical pieces of code. I get player con from the collection ID. If it's null, then I try and do the owner ID. And if the player isn't stopped. That's all the code is, mate. All of that code is just to work out whether or not you've got the brake on. And there's an error here. I can't believe how unbelievably broken this has been. Like, genuinely amazing. And this is probably... this is probably what happened, by the way. Error. Can't get player for connection ID. Yeah, what I said was that this unbelievable horror was because it was spawning a ship and not completing it. That's what it was. It was getting to this point. It's created the ship, activated the object, and then it's trying to link across the back-end data and then failed at that point. But essentially, Micah, I mean, we haven't tested this in like a month, and I probably need to test it once a week.
Flip back to the code again, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slightly odd, because I should say, if player con is Zelda, and then, but it's because I'm assigning player con in the if.
Yeah.
Oh, error can't apply ship damage. What? Because player isn't in a ship. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, well that's fine. I should just put return on rather than just go too soon. So that oh, that actually then breaks it. That's interesting. So what happened is you spawned, and because of timing, you told me to damage part of your ship, probably the main computer, but I hadn't linked you yet. So it's these horrible timing issues that I need to.
Oh, yeah, it's all race condition kind
Yeah.
of thing.
But when I'm doing it locally or on a LAN, it's fine. When I add in 200 milliseconds
Right.
or whatever of latency, suddenly it breaks.
Right.
Come on, server, start up.
Can you not spoof that latency somehow?
Oh no, that would be an awful kludge.
You can, but that never works.
Could you not get a remote gaming computer like Izzard and use that for the purpose of testing?
Yeah.
But the thing is, Jay, it's got to work in at zero latency and 200 milliseconds. It's got to work at both ends.
It looks like. Yeah, I need to delete the world. You know, I created all those ships. They've all been smashed into the data files. Micah, it's not well written code. I'm not proud of what I've done. I need to spend a bit more time ensuring I don't accidentally use. Because the problem is that I have to run a lot of the code on the server and the client. It's safe to join, by the way, it is.
Well, I have never left.
Then that might be why I got the message from you, Bull. You should leave.
I think you should prioritise the kicking function.
I'll change the port the game runs on if you like. No, you're right, I should. I put that at the top of tomorrow's bug fixes.
Yeah, it will help you.
Add card, detect and return to title when host leaves. There you go. Done.
Right, I'm joining without launching to test that.
Yeah, that should work. So you know, sometimes when you see the option join game, and sometimes you see the option join lobby, I believe there's a total of 6 different ways the code has to deal with joining. Because you can join via lobby, via Steam ID, when you're running, when you're not running. It's just horrid. But I think
That didn't work, did it?
give it a sec.
Does it matter that it's found 0 servers?
No. Oh. I'll just press F2. It should have booted up the game, passed down the parameters, and then joined.
Found 0 servers.
That's how everybody else has been joining, isn't it? Oh,
Server alive?
there are no internet games listed on the master server that pass the settings. Oh, I got an error. I got a timeout. Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually got an interesting error then. I've managed, by the way, to tell Valve that there's a game called Sneaky Spaceships with a capital S and one with a lowercase s, and they're different games. They don't seem to ever clear them down. Yeah, Oh, there we go. Oh, no, it's not responding. Huh. So you can't see... Yeah, here we go. I wonder if I need to restart Steam. I'm getting on peer-to-peer session connect failed with a timeout. And then I get connect fail via client when server. So we didn't leak a connection. But you are in. So how did you join?
I can't remember.
Excellent. Well, that seems to be.
You joined instead of launching.
Yeah, because you could.
I think I pressed F2 and I know what happened. It was retrying every second, and then you started the server because your server had stopped.
Yeah.
And you started the server and it connected.
Is there code in the server that messages the client with a ping pong or walkie-talkie? So players aren't in ships as such. The issues I'm having are related to I have to run slightly different code paths for when it's a local player talking to the server, like the client and the server running on the same computer, and when they are running on different computers. And occasionally, just once in 1,000 lines of code, I've messed it up. Okay, so Izzard is off in the good ship waiting server. But it's good to have these streams up, so when people go to me, oh, why does this work? I can go, look, here's where I just spent 3 hours doing nothing but looking for bugs in the networking. Go on, Iz, off you go. I don't have any errors. I think it's all going to work now. What have you got on board? Nothing. Excellent.
Well, it says, they're at the taxi. Okay.
Yeah, it's underneath the error. So hopefully when I update the client with the latest code that I've been working on, all those red text messages will disappear. But I've got very annoyed. There is an ongoing Unity forum thread just basically going, why the fuck is it taking 2 hours to build the game now? Yeah, so that big spaceship you see coming out the dock, the wormhole there, what gate, whatever, that's 1 kilometer long for sort of sake of, for a scale. It's also moving. If you wait long enough, it is actually moving forwards. And I'd love players to be able to fly a spaceship that big. I might have to limit them to about 100 meters because the play area is only 24 kilometers big. Can you see a spaceship? Can you see any other spaceships to your right? Have you seen any other spaceships this run? Oh, there's one.
No,
there's one. There's actually one there on your screen.
Yeah.
Trying to hit.
I mean, yeah, you're more used to looking at this. I don't find the whole display terribly readable. I mean, not the display, the space terribly readable. I don't know why yet.
Yeah, in VR, it is shockingly easy to spot stuff.
Right.
Like, this is what I find. I find that I build a scene, I go, that's perfect. I look at it in VR and I go, that's broken, that's that doesn't line up. I can now see this, or that terrible texture there. But yeah, stuff like that hologram that you're not supposed to go through should be red, not cyan, to make you go, I'm not supposed to do that. But I am developing the visual language for the game. So for example, you've got that little green hologram for taxis showing dock here, and hopefully after a while you'll go, that's where I should dock.
No, it might be. It might be that the back, like the skybox, for want of a better word, is too light.
Well, press F10.
Hang on.
Is that better?
Yeah, possibly.
That's a lot lighter. Do you want a darker one? Just keep going through it, or just pick. There's loads. They're all different colours. There is one that's just black, but sometimes you have to cycle. There you go.
Yeah, that's better.
The problem with the black one is this now means that the space station, where it's not being hit by the sun, is almost pure black, because obviously there's nothing lighting it. Oh, I've got your name now. You're now the good ship Lollipop when Unity decides it wants to render stuff. Oh, you're the bad ship Lollipo.
Yeah.
Lollipo, yeah. I don't know why it's not telling you that you aren't loading, but I've got an error about that. So you have nothing in your cargo bay. So you've got an NRA. Right, no. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you have 1 passenger for Big D's halfway in. Has finished loading. And now you've just loaded 2 passengers. Izzard's now can't load full. It's not syncing it, but you have 2 passengers for Big D's. 1 for repair dock Gamma, 1 for Big D's halfway in.
Right. Where are they?
Repair dock Gamma is 90 degrees to your right. And huge. Again, about 1 kilometer long. It has the word repair written on it. Koei, this is a test of the Steam networking, the universal rendering pipeline, and virtual reality. See what you did.
Well, I was thinking that where it says no target was supposed to change when I'm pointing at things.
I think it estimates 15 seconds. Oh, there you go. It thinks you're going to hit Dry Dock Albert, which I really need to rename to Dry Dock Repair Dock Gamma. So it's estimating what the next thing it thinks you'll probably hit is. It's merely a driver aid and should not be relied upon. Hey man, if Tesla can put that in the manual, I can do so. Same thing. But in the way in, you should hopefully. Oh, I haven't got any money. What's the cheeky for money?
What is it in MAME? Insert key?
Gained.
And by the way, do I want to head for the big cyan thing, or is it still... still not the...
It's inside the big cyan thing, yeah.
Okay. Finally.
Oh, I can only give myself money, not you. What a shame. It does look cool. I really am very pleased with how it looks. Not all the time, but sometimes it just looks wonderful.
Ba, 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 ba.
Anyway, you can't repair yourself or put any fuel in because you don't have any money. But I'm going to put the camera down here to get some more cool shots of you flying in.
Right, now what? It's very bright.
Fly to the dock.
Just fly through it.
Well, this is a no. You have to fly to the worker drop-off point, which is on your left there, with the words Repair Dock Gamma and the word taxi written on it. We can get some great footage, by the way. We're having like 10 of us all flying in different ships.
Oh, I want to fly through that yellow bit, do I?
Yeah, it should be pretty obvious. I've put some big blocks in it because Malcolm kept trying to fly through it like a complete tit. So I put some bars up to stop that happening. My biggest bug I need to fix is the inventory not synchronizing. Like the text of the inventory not synchronizing, rather.
Right, am I in position?
Wait, are you not getting any? So, you see you've got the text in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
That is server side. The client doesn't do that. So,
Okay.
should... No, what? You've... Oh, there you go. Yep, there you go. Done. But you didn't get a message about it. Oh no, you've unloaded 69 out of 100 kilos. What did you do? You turn the handbrake off.
I put the handbrake on.
Put the handbrake on. There you go.
Yeah.
14, 20, 25, 30. So
Where am I looking?
it's not on your... It should be. Where it says not loading, and it works for me, it should list you how much you've loaded. Wait, loaded? I should say unloaded. 70, 90, 90, and message. Well, it worked. Wait, do you... It should have said on your screen, has finished unloading one passenger with an $8 delivery time penalty to dock, repair dock Gamma, but it didn't.
Right.
Can you... Oh, what is it? If you bring up the big debug spaff a moment, you should have got a eWorld message. 16.
No, it says client trans E error again now, and client thread not ready for packets.
Oh, cool. Okay, send me your log file, and then we will call it there, because I've done so many fixes now that I think this is one I've already fixed.
Alright.
Yeah,
Good.
basically,
It's just not.
Yeah, you probably let's have a look at the log file, but you're probably broken. That's why you're not seeing the updates.
Okie dokie.
No, Micah, that should be transmitted.
I'm just going to grab a drink. Back in a second.
I think we can actually get some pretty good trailer footage by having like 4 or 5 of us all fly in. That looked really cool. Seeing is fly in. I'm pleased with that little bit of footage there. Unfortunately, Gyatso does not allow me to capture at 60, despite me repeatedly. I pay a subscription for this stuff, for heaven's sake. Let me capture at 60. And that jiggling is the collision not quite lining up. I have to tell you, we're stopping here.
I'm going to have to install Discord on the PowerPC if you want it sending over Discord.
You could email it to me.
You know what? I'll just copy the text out of it. I do this. It's got a shared clipboard. That'll do.
I'm just gonna. While I just want to do one small scene alteration. The docking hint, I think, for quick hop taxis is a little bit too low. I'm just going to move that up just to sort of say, get up a bit. I was also wondering about this being at 45 degrees. Because I've noticed that players are struggling to find this one because the billboard is at 45 degrees to the way they are. I'll fill in the back of it at some point, but I think that should actually be a lot easier to locate which one is the quick hop taxis. Let's also which one's this? L0 taxi billboard. It's nice to do some stuff like this, by the way, which is just purely what's the word? Twiddling with the world rather than complicated things, but just you guys weren't spotting where the taxi ranks were. And although I want the players to request help from the not airport manager, what's it called? ATC or STC. I do want it to be, once they see it, they go, oh yeah, that was obvious enough. But I think that's an improvement there. Are you copy pasting me some text, sir?
Oh yeah, I was going to put it on paste bin.
Okay.
Do I need to sign in to Pastebin for this? I can't remember.
love this. The reason people fear EVs is they fear change. When we run out of fuel in a regular car, we just drive up to the pump and refuel it. When you run out of fuel in a regular car, you drive up to the pump and refuel it. No, you don't. There is a little bit of that, Micah, but mostly I need to minimize the issue with the player's collision not being quite big enough for the taxi. It's just not that hard to do. And a lot of it is I just need to think about it. So I'll call this lower skid. And great box, call it lower skid. Give it the ship ice physicsy thing. And then that should do it. Mike, a lot of it is because there have been a number of disinformation campaigns by, I hate to use the phrase, big oil, and unfortunately people believe them and still repeat them. I have been involved in level 2 EV fire marshal training for UK racetracks. And people still tell me, actually, it takes thousands and thousands of gallons of water to put out an EV fire. I'm like, it doesn't. I know this. I've been involved in level 2 EV training for the UK fire marshal. Like, I've done, and then I could just look at the video going, here is a US fire service going, here's how to deal with EV fires. And the information you're sharing is about 8 years out of date. And sometimes people don't want to learn. They just want to think they're right. And I hate that. I don't ever want to think I'm right. I want to be right. And if I'm wrong, I want to learn what's wrong and fix it rather than just blissfully think I'm right when I'm not. The worst way to live your life is thinking you're right when you're not. No, not the worst. I mean, living entirely on human excrement is probably worse. Water. It's very simple. Here's how to put out an EV fire. Jack it up, hose the battery down with water for about 15 minutes, wait 15 minutes, check it with a thermal imaging camera. If it's not warm, you're done. Otherwise, repeat until it's not warm. Done. That's it. It's literally that straightforward. In the old days, they would hose it down a bit and go, oh, I can't see anything, and then give up. And that's the issue, that it can catch fire if you don't do that. Yeah, I'll fix that error. So, cool. Well, I'll call it there. I will build another build overnight, and we'll do another one before too long. Thank you very much. It has been very appreciated. And for all the people who've turned up, I hope that, please do follow the live stream channel. We do stream every night, but I didn't press return on the announcement. I'll leave it there for next time. Probably do another test. Probably Monday's back. Oh, no, I'm seeing Book of Mormon on Monday. I might be AFK. Bought tickets for that like 2 years ago, I think. Thanks, COVID. Possibly Wednesday, then we'll do another test just to make sure that stuff works. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Please do follow the Sneaky Spaceship channel on our Discord. I'll put the cool stuff in there. And thank you, Izzard, Jay, Max, Schalker, and Not Tad for helping.